Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah,
Hello, Miss Angie. How are you so far this week?
I am doing better this week. I'm actually feeling like in a really good mood.
Uh-oh.
Like the week is going good. Usually, sometimes by Wednesday, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about to be Thursday, which means it's Friday. I'm okay. The week has been really good. I've gotten all the information I need at work. Like it hasn't been too difficult. Everything else is kind of moving smoothly along. I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. Got my new cards.
Nice, nice.
I kept thinking that it was a gilded tarot, but it's not. It's the radiant wise, and so I like them because it's like a really close up shot of every card. So
Yeah,
you know how usually this is like the three of wands, and it's really far away. These are
right.
really close up. Like all of them are really, really like
Yeah,
up close and in depth, and I like them. So
yeah.
that's my new deck. I
I
love
like
it.
I want to get the 1 minute after deck, I think it's called.
Oh, I've never heard of
Have you
that.
seen it? It's the
No.
tarot deck. I think it's either 1 minute before, I think it's 1 minute after, though, it says, but it's the tarot deck, but with a screen, like a picture of what would happen 1 minute after the picture was taken on the regular deck. And so there's something
Oh,
else happening.
really?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool deck, and I thought there is either 1 minute before, 1 minute after. I think it's 1 minute after, and it's a very interesting deck. And I saw it not too long ago, and I thought this is interesting. I like this.
I will check. Quinn, just to let you know, we read you in depth on Sunday, me and Sherry. You didn't you weren't responding, but we did read you. We gave you a very in-depth reading on Sunday, a general reading. And we had so many questions for you and you weren't there, so we just went off of what we knew. It was something about your job because we kept questioning, your job or whatever. So we gave you a very in-depth reading on Sunday. You might want to look at that and see what we said. Me and Sherry Berry, we both read you in depth. And she pulled cards for you.
Yeah, I think I gave her a reading last week as well.
Yep. Quinn. Lovely. We read her last week. Quinn, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So how's it going for you? Don, I was reading Bronx Queen. I thought I read her too. Oh, she said she took the advice that we gave her back in September, choosing which is the best job for me and my kids. Finally found something that fit perfectly for us and something I can grow into. Well, I am happy to hear that. I love to hear people come back and give us good news.
Oh,
That's
absolutely,
Bronx Queen.
absolutely. I'm
Oh,
trying
that's
to.
great.
Yeah, my week has been good so far. I spent some time today with a friend, um, and with the friend and the spouse of a friend who spouse is a friend. They're friends anyway. The point is, one of them was having surgery today, so I spent time with the other one while the surgery was going on. Those are times you don't want to be alone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I spent time with them, and it was a good outcome on the surgery, which is always a nice thing to
Perfect.
have. So and it's always good again just to know you have somebody there sometimes when you're in that situation, because you don't know what could happen, and your mind might wander, and it may take you places you don't want to go, you know.
Um,
So
was the new moon just in Scorpio?
I think it's tonight, isn't it? Isn't the new moon
It's the
tonight?
13th, but is it in Scorpio? Is that what it
Yes.
was? I was going to ask how was it affecting you because you're a Scorpio and we're fellow water signs. It hasn't bothered me. The new moons nearly tear me up and I just be knocked out and just to the left and head all tore up. This has not been bad for me.
No, if anything, for me, it's helped calm me down a bit, because I was like bouncing off the walls earlier last week. I was in a pissy mood, and I was just like, I could not be changed no matter what. And I just felt like I was way behind the eight ball and mad at the world. And in the last few days, it has been so chill and so calm. It's like, who is this person? I don't even know. You know, as
Oh.
you know, I got a dog. I adopted a dog. What happened?
I know. That's why I said.
Yeah.
Let me ask him, is this Scorpio moon really it must be doing good for you because you got a dog and we thought it would rain fire and brimstone before that happened.
Yeah, because I made it very clear I do not ever want a dog again. Not,
And
not
she is such a beauty. It's a she, right? And her name is
she's,
Ghost.
yeah, Ghost, and
Oh, she's so beautiful.
yeah,
She's lovely. I
yeah.
love her. I was like, she had to just smile at you and just wrap you around her finger.
She is. She's a cutie, but she's a little destructive, and she's a little bit, because she's only 12 weeks old. So she's a little destructive and a little something else, but she's a sweetie. She's absolutely a sweetie. So I feel blessed in that way.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. And remember what we were talking about earlier? Did you get any further information on the little girl?
Yes, the girl coded twice while we were there, which scared the woman and the family. And I'm like, God, I wish I could just tell them. I wish but I know they're not going to be. Who wants to? When you hear the news that your daughter just coded twice and she's a young girl, you're thinking, how are they going to believe me? It coded once
Yeah,
for once, but coded twice. When I say coded, that means, you know, and flatlined. And so they had to bring the child back twice. And I'm thinking every time it happened, I'm thinking that's not gonna, she's not gonna want to believe me. And I was not believing myself at one point. Wait a minute, code blue, and I'm like, oh shit. But in the end, it all flipped, and they were able to do whatever. And so then, by the time we were done, they had family going back to the ICU with the girl. So at one point, they
oh
kicked them all
wow.
out because, again, the coding. And then by the time it was over, they brought the family in, and the mother was like losing total control. And then, of course, that all stopped because guess what? The girl pulled through. So yeah, what we're talking about, folks, is Angie. And I text Angie while I was in the hospital today, while we were in surgical waiting room in the ICU area. This woman was losing her cookies because the daughter was having internal bleeding, and they were they were needing lots of blood. And I told Angie that I wish I could tell this woman, but the spirit's saying that the child's going to pull through. She's going to make it through. And then and Angie's like, sometimes you just got to suck it up. And I told my spirit guide, I said, you got to turn this off. I don't want to know this. Okay, so I don't want to know anything more. Don't open this up for me, And so it shut down everything else for me. But so I had already had that feeling about that one. And then when she coded the first time, I'm like, okay, who's messing with me here? And then she came back, they coded a second time and then back. And the mother's losing it. And every time they come out to tell her and she's losing it, whatever. And you're feeling all this pain and whatever. And I'm like, am I that wrong? I can't be this wrong. I just know it. And then finally, again, when it turned around and everything settled out, and then they brought the family and walked her into the room because they had stabilized the child. Whatever it is, they figured it out and got it taken care of. And so
And
I'm like,
see,
yes.
that's what I was saying. Like, oh, maybe you'll maybe it was just, to let you know it was a confirmation for you, just a self-confirmation thing, because I don't know that I would have been able to tell her that either in such
Right.
a traumatic space. But mine would have been more fear of giving her a false hope. Like, what if I tell her all this is gonna happen and then it doesn't, and then she's like, well, you told me, and then I'm just like, oh my gosh, because I remember we had that one little baby here. It was a little tiny baby. Me and Sherry read her, and we told the mom, oh, everything looks fine. We see angels around her, everything, blah, 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 everything. The angels were around her, but they were like, coming to get her. And the
Yeah.
baby passed like within by the time we had the next live or so. And so I just felt so heartbroken because for me, angels surrounding you and looking over you, we thought, oh, it's gonna be great. She's gonna be fine. I think the baby's gonna be okay. They're giving her all this extra attention, which all those things were great, but the angels were around because the baby was going to be taken, back,
Exactly.
taken on to the next phase. And so that would have been my fear. Like, what if I tell them, oh, everything's going to be okay, and it doesn't work out that way? But yours was a little different. They came to you and said the child is going to be okay, and you weren't even prompting them for an answer. So,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, and if anything, I was trying to get a feel for my friend, and I'd already felt before they're like, he's gonna be fine, he'll pull right through, and he did. And actually, it's the best part is when they went in, they didn't find anything extra, they didn't need to do any other tweaking, all taken care of, and it was like yes, which is again, both things were right.
oh my gosh,
So
that
yeah,
is so beautiful. That is so hard, though. I think I would have been a nervous wreck just chewing all my nails off. All these little jokers would have been gone.
I hear you. I hear you. It's sometimes it's hard, folks. Even with us who are true believers, and we connect and we have the communications. Even for us, there is doubt. So when you have doubt, know that you're never alone. That other people do. You can't help. You're human, because your experiences in your life have told you to question things, and your experiences in your life sometimes lead you to things that say, especially when you hear somebody coded. If you hear code, they coded. You're like, damn, I was wrong. But and you're like, but she made it through. She made it through, and it's like, and then they come back. They pull them back. So it's like, yeah, it's. So you're not alone, folks. When spirit's talking to you, and you question it or you even doubt it, know that we all do it. We all do it, even though we try not to.
And I'm that person in the relationship, or either way, spiritual relationship, regular relationship, who remembers every time it didn't work out. Well, you said this was going to happen and it didn't. You said you were going to do this and it didn't. So having that memory of things that we've said in the past, my guides, like that's why the Six of Cups comes up for me a lot in my own spreads or in spreads that people do for me, because I'm always thinking back, not necessarily reminiscing, but telling you, hey, I remember when you told me this and it didn't happen. I remember you told me this and it didn't happen. I'm that person. And so that's another layer of my doubt. Like, well, you told me this and it didn't happen. So why should I believe that this is going to happen? So it's that give and take. It's hard sometimes to truly 100% let it go and just be like, well, that's what my guide said. So I have to believe it every single time. So
Hmm.
it's kind of hard.
It is, and again, you have to surrender to it. Just the way it
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Bonnie, a roller coaster ride. It is highs and lows, and you just don't know what to do.
Hmm. Linda, as soon as I saw your thing pop up, though, I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be good. I felt good
Yeah.
energy about this for Linda Solis. And so, Linda, I think he's going to be good. I don't get. I didn't get a from this thing. As soon as you said, popped up, I felt good energy. So I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if they find a fourth. By the way, I wouldn't be surprised while in there they find a fourth, and so they have to do a fourth bypass.
Oh
So
my God.
not just triple, but quadruple. That's kind of what I've been thinking. I think it made it more complicated, but I think it'll be
And
okay.
that could be the feeling about like not having a good outcome. Like you went in there for
Right.
something that was a little bit more complicated. So that could be your feeling of it not
Yep.
turning out good because it was more than you thought. But excuse me, overall, it could end up being better than you think it would be.
Yep. Yep. My point is, if when you go in there, take it all. Do it. Everything you got to do. Get rid of it. Take it all, because I don't want to repeat. I don't want to come back. You're not welcome to come
Don't
back
cut
in.
me twice. Listen, measure twice, cut once. Don't listen. You go in there and find everything. Don't come here.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. That quadruple might be on point. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
It's funny
wow.
because again, yeah, I saw. I wouldn't be surprised if it's quadruple in the end, because I didn't get the triple. I got the four. I got the four table legs, and so I like it's four. But it's fascinating too, because they do it so much differently these days. I mean, it's so much better than it used to be, and I'm fascinated with the way in which they do it, which is there's like an artery or something that goes from your heart to put the blood in your chest cavity. But your chest cavity already gets enough blood from everything else that it doesn't really need that so much. So they can snip that, and they use that to replace the bypass of the different places. They can use that one thing and not cause you any damage. Therefore, they don't have to go in your legs. They don't have to go into the groin area to get they can take it that one, which is nice. So,
Oh
so
wow. There's a lot going on. Hey
mhm.
Pam, I feel like Pam just deserted us. I ain't seen her in so long. Wait, she hasn't had the surgery yet. The surgery's at the end of the month. Is that true, Pam?
I think it's a week or two more, right, Pam?
Okay, yeah, I think it's at the end of the month.
Hmm.
Pam, we just haven't seen you in such a long time. Latanya Abraham, hello. I remember your name being on there before. Hello, Catherine. All of you that are asking about love, please don't ask me how somebody feels about you, because I'm not going to tell you that. I don't have permission to tap into their energy, so I can give you a general overall love reading, but my personal stance on it is I will not tap into somebody else's energy and tell you how they feel about you, because I don't have permission to tap into their energy. The lady that's asking about her daughter's business, again, I'll give you a general reading, but I won't tell you about your daughter's life because I don't have permission to read into your daughter's life, and maybe she doesn't want you to know the details of her move.
Exactly. And folks, if you are on my YouTube channel, please make sure you pop over to Angie's, pop over on the QR code with the camera, click on that, or hit the button in the chats, and it will take you to Angie's. And make sure you hit the subscribe, and make sure that you check the bells so where you get the notifications. So again, if you're on my side, please do me a favor and do Angie a favor, show her some love and do this. And it's the other way around for this. If you're on Angie's side, I invite you to come on over and click on mine. Again, Angie and I don't
Wow,
go.
it's almost at 1,000. Come on, people, let's bring it on home before the end of the new year, please. Can we
Yes,
get them?
yes,
Can we
yes. A
get him over
long,
1,000? Okay.
long walk. But anyway, so yeah,
I mean, it's free. That's your only payment to us is a like. Come on now, or no, a subscribe. Go ahead and do that.
yes. All right. Absolutely, Keena. We got it. Thank you. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you gotta do that, please, folks. So make sure show us the love. Hit those like, share, subscribes, and follow buttons as well. And that those are free as well. They don't cost you a single cent. And
Not
just
a
one
single
click.
thing. And it helps us out. And we love to see it. And I can see it because they
Absolutely.
tell me such and such liked your page.
Yes. Absolutely. So with that
All
said,
right, I'm ready.
who do we have first there, Miss Kina? Oh, and back today, by the way, is Kina. Kina is back behind the keyboard, and she is in large and in
Exactly.
charge. So make sure you don't tick her off because you may never get a reading again.
Keena cracking the whip again. And you know, I just love to be like, Keena, can you put that up again? I feel so official. Like I am like super like, you know, I'm on a real show, like a real for real like primetime show. And it's be like, oh, produce, you know what they be telling the producer when they bills be like, oh, such and such, can you put that up? And they put it up on the screen. I love that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I was talking to Nita the other day after class and she met
Did
Oprah.
she?
Like literally met Oprah. She said she was so nice. She was so polite. You know, she was just a really nice and warm person. She went to Tyler Perry's opening. Tyler Perry is doing a documentary on his life, and it's called Maxine's Child or Maxine's Boy or something like that. And she went to the LA opening of the film or whatever, and she met all these celebrities. She had all these videos, and I was just like one step closer to Oprah. Like I feel like Oprah's right there.
Mhm.
Just so many people who are just one step away from me, one step from Oprah. I just love
I
it.
think it's live on Netflix on Friday.
It came some. I thought she said it came out today, but Friday probably sounds better because a midweek is
Yeah,
kind of off.
I thought I heard about
It's on
17th or
Amazon
something.
Prime. I do know that.
Yeah,
They said that, and
or
it
17th.
probably is Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I heard 17th. I did hear, you know, it's funny because he was on The View and they were interviewing him about the movie and the documentary. He did not do the documentary, by the way. He had other people do the documentary
Oh,
for him.
really?
And then he watched it and he loved it. He thought they did a great job. I mean, he kind of funded everything, but he let somebody else do it, which because it,
And she said you will cry, cry, cry. She said
yeah,
it's such a fantastic story. She
yeah,
really enjoyed it. And the videos she sent me were just I was just mouth wide open like
yeah.
Oprah is just like right there. You're right there, and Oprah's right there. Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Well, it's interesting because on The View, the blonde, I forget. Anyway, she asked Tyler. She was talking to Tyler, and she said, "Tyler, you know, you seem like such a man of the cloth because you know you just kind of bring it to people." And then she said, "You know, this movie helped me to meet your mother because I would never have known her but for the movie and the way they did the movie." And he was so overwhelmed by that. You know, he couldn't even speak because he was like, you know, that means a lot to me because my mother, in her late life with the cancer and everything, went through pain and suffering, and he said to know that she lives on because of this, it was a wonderful thing. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. I mean, I've heard so many good things about it. But yeah, Nita, you should have gotten some phone numbers. You could have told her that
Well,
have Oprah watch it.
she said she gave Oprah her card with her phone number and picture and all her contact information. She said I gave it to her and she took it, so hopefully she'll contact me. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I was so excited and a little bit jealous, just a tiny bit jealous. Like, oh my God, you met
Exactly.
Oprah, but just one person closer to Oprah. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. One piece at a time. One piece at a time.
One person closer to Oprah. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
All right, Miss Bronx Queen. Oh my gosh, so many people in there. Hey, Lib, LV or Letty. Hey, Letty. Hey, Jazz. Oh my God. Hey, Pam. That's what I want to say. Pamela. Bramage. The one lady who always posts who always posts the affirmation every day. She's in there, so I was just saying hi to her too.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and get into this one. Bronx Queen. Let's see. I see you. Okay, so they show me like the side of a cliff, and then you're on a railroad. You're on like a train track, but it's an open track. Like the car, the box car that is holding you is open on top. So it's kind of like the coal miner or the coal things that they would, put the coal in the track. So it's kind of like that, and you're very close to the edge. So I feel like whatever you're doing, you're close to the edge and you're close to falling off. And they want you to be a little bit careful navigating this area of your life and the decisions that you're making at this time. Because they like, as you go by, as the train or the as the train goes by on the track, I see rocks breaking off and falling to the ground, and it's going slower. So they want you to slow down a little bit, be mindful of the decisions you're making, and just be very aware of the things that are going into your future. Like the tunnel that you're going through, it's dark, but I see a 2024 flashing, and they want you to be mindful to make sure that you make better, good decisions, thoughtful decisions about what's going on, and just slow down a little bit. I feel like you've gone 0 to 100. You're in a very good space. Like I feel joy in you. I get a sunshine. I also get like an orange color. Don, ever since we've done that exercise about colors, I'm seeing a little bit of color. And so I'm getting a really orange feeling for her. So orange for me is sunshine, is sweet, is good. So I feel like you're in an overall orange or sunshine mood. I'm even seeing the sun card for you. But they're saying just be a little bit mindful as you navigate this last couple months of the year, and make your decisions solid. Think them through logically, because they're showing me the Queen of Sword, and cut through the BS with that double-edged sword, and make sure you find the truth before you jump to any conclusions or jump to anything. Like they're showing me the Fool card, and he's about to fall back, and they're pulling him back up, and there's a big X through the Fool card. Like, no, don't fall in like that. Make logical decisions, and they're taking me back to, like, they're pulling him back up, and they're pulling him to the Queen of Swords. Make logical decisions, think it out, find the truth, and navigate forward for the rest of 2022, 2023, so that 2024 could be a lot brighter and better for you than before. So that's what I got.
The first thing I got for Bronx Queen was was a very frustrating and a bit controlling man. And I don't know if you're a man or not. So, but I don't think it's your energy. I think it's somebody you're with, or were with, or are with. There's just a frustration there, and it just I don't see. Yeah, well, maybe a daughter's father. I can't say for sure that's who, but again, the energy I'm getting is that energy, and that energy is somebody who is. Um, it's interesting. They play these damn games. They're very good at playing these damn games, and they push and then they pull, and they push and they pull, and what they do is it somehow it makes them. It feeds them it feeds their ego, or he gets fed with this, and it's like he's a drama queen. He wants to stir the shit, and unfortunately he doesn't really want people happy. He wants people unhappy because he's so unhappy, and unfortunately that's going to continue for a while. I don't see that abating for a while. What's going to happen eventually, though, is that you will get. I see you getting. I don't know if you're getting help or getting like counseling or something that will teach you how to handle this type of personality and not give him what he's seeking. Because again, he knows how to push the buttons, which he does. And then when he pushes the buttons, you react. And that's what, again, is a very real issue. So don't be don't be afraid. Don't be concerned about next time you get an opportunity to take counseling. Get counseling and let somebody walk you through this, okay? So yeah, and look at that. Yes, he won't see my daughter because I won't talk to him, his aunt, third party. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's again, it's all about him. It's not about
Now
her.
that he talks about this, Don, I remember this. He was very manipulating and using the kids to, to try to stay connected to her. And so that was the thing, telling her to get away from him, and not and the aunt doesn't want to be a part of it either, because she's tired of him too. But he's just using the kids as a way to stay connected to her.
Okay.
And I would just make him go strictly through the court. I wouldn't even do that. There is an app that you can, because I have a couple friends who are going through these custody issues, and there's now an app where you can do all your communication through there. He has to email or text, and every single communication has to go through this app, so the court can see whether he responded, how how responsive he is. And so I would go everything through the court. Like, I want the custody, I want everything to go right through the through the court, and I want to document it through this app how he's acting and responding, and that'll save you a lot of trouble. Where you could be like, okay, well, if you want to meet, this is how we're going to do it, blah blah blah, and then let the response be. And then if he doesn't show up, you can go right back to the app and say, well, you didn't show up. Can you tell me why you weren't there? And then they have documentation of
Um,
everything that's happening in there.
yeah, and it's interesting again because again, what right now you're playing his game. He flares up, you react. You need to flip the script. You need to make sure that you're not reacting, which is going to drive him crazy, which eventually will shut him down. So again, you got to flip the script. Right now, you when you react, you give him exactly what he's looking for, and that has to stop. You've got to flip the script. You got to say, you know what? No, I'm not reacting anymore. You're going to start reacting, and then start pushing it back, push back, and also being the one who sits there with your hands under and say, if I don't do anything or don't say anything, he won't. No, he still will. That's the point. Is he'll do what he has to get reaction. But if you start taking the initiative and you take the aggression, then you remove that from him, and now he doesn't know how to play that game because he's always the one he's always been the one in control. He did it with his family. He did it with his mother and father. He did it with his siblings. You're not the only one. You know that. So anyway, that's what I've got for you. It's going to take a few more months, but you need to get that hard shell. You need to put it on, and you can do it. So make sure that you take the time and you control your environment and not fall for being the person who having to react to his. Okay, that's what I'm getting.
Exactly. I'm the person that will block you because I'm not going to argue with you.
Yep.
And I was happy when my son got to the age where they could communicate. You don't even need me. If you want to pick him up, you want to make arrangements, then you do it directly through his phone. You two decide. He'll tell me that he's going with you or whatever, but you don't need me in my communication. I was so happy when he got to that age. But sometimes you just have to end all communication, or you just have to get the authorities involved and say, we're strictly going this way, because if I give you any other leeway, you'll take advantage of it, and this is where we're going. So I need it documented every step of the way so they can see, and then they can decide what your visitation rights will be or how we move forward, because obviously you're not respecting our boundaries. But
So,
again, a lot of times we know that these people are like that, and we just kind of push it along, and then, oop, we're pregnant. And now we have a child that's in this situation, and they're going to use the child to manipulate. So, again, I always tell young ladies, be mindful of the person that you're sleeping with. If there's characteristics that you don't like, don't keep sleeping with them, because what happens when a baby comes? And then now you got to deal with them forever and all those characteristics that you hate. And now they're magnified because you're no longer in this relationship, and you only have to deal with them at the child, and it seems even worse than it was before. It's probably the same. You were just looking over it because love was in the air. So be mindful of who you're sleeping with.
absolutely,
All right,
absolutely.
Tina, who's next? But Bronx Queen, I hope everything works out for you. I'm glad you got the job, and everything's moving forward. But again, be mindful. I think that's what they were saying with the edge. I think you're breaking down your communication barrier with him. Now that you mention it, that's why they were showing you on the edge, and they were telling you to be careful. You must be breaking down your communication barriers and allowing him more access to you. And they're saying be mindful of the outcome of how that'll be for the rest of the year. All right. Who's next, Tina?
Christina Native Love. Christina Native Love. The thing that came to me is you took a hard left or hard right recently, and again you just changed directions. And I think and stay in that changed direction lane. Do not do a U-turn. Do not go back. No matter what you're getting pushback from, and I'm feeling like you're getting some pushback. But I think that that turn that you took with your life, the way in which you redirected, and this is again maybe just within a few months, if not even less, that turn is the right turn, and you are on the right path now. You are on your path, and you're heading in the right direction. However, what happens sometimes is that when we are on the right path, we will get resistance. We will get some pushback. We will get things because it kind of tests our metal maybe or something like that. So again, focus, stay focused, continue moving forward. You again celebrate the fact you did not stay in the same lane you were in, because that lane was not productive for you, and it was taking you down a path that would have surely led you to eventually get to what you just did. So know that that's the case. Are you here, Christina? Does this make sense, or does this resonate with you?
Yeah, she just said, I do feel I'm pushing back from something I was confused on. Oh my gosh, Don, that makes so much sense because as you were saying that, I kept hearing "beam me up, Scotty," and I thought, oh, is there addiction? And then the as I heard at the same time I heard "beam me up, Scotty," the Page of Cups came out, and so I was like, oh, okay, is this a love thing? So are you getting into a new romantic situation? Like I feel like you just met somebody, or you're just in a newly romantic possible situation, or you're just kind of getting to know somebody, and then the Four of Cups came up. So that's that pushback, that's that testing that boundaries. I'm not sure if this is what I want. This seems like a cup of love that is being offered to you, and you're just kind of like, I don't know. I know what my past has been like, or I know what this person has been like, and you seem to be kind of wondering, should I or shouldn't I? And so then the next thing I got, that's my dad's name, and yes, literally just met someone. Okay, and so then the Queen of Swords comes up, which says you're in control of your emotions. Don't fear it. You are in that nurturing place. You're nurturing yourself. That's how they gave it to me. They gave me a warm hug around myself, like you're nurturing yourself. And then my heart started to warm. So all of your cards were cups. So that's love. That's that's that cup of love. And so I feel like they're saying you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of the situation. Don't go back to thinking, oh, well, this is how it happened to me before. Enter every relationship with the Queen Slate. You have the lessons that you learn, but you don't punish the new person for the things that happen. Oh, be mindful and build your relationship based on the actions that they do. If there's a pattern of actions that you notice, you're like, oh, okay, well, I kind of see where this is going. Observe it and then decide whether you don't want to move it forward, or you don't, or you want to, or you don't want to continue it. Like again, I'm in a dating situation, and there's people like, we'll text message for a couple times, and then when you escalate a behavior that I don't like, I'll pull back and be like, you know what, I don't think this is working out, but I will give you that chance in the beginning to figure out where we're going with this situation. And so I feel like this new cup of love that's being offered to you is something to consider. I'm not saying it's the love of your life. I'm not saying it's your forever, but it's something to consider. Don't refuse it so quickly. Discern what it is that you like or don't like, or how it's going. And they're saying feel the joy of it. Like I'm getting a yellow color or yellow filter, and they're like, feel the joy of it. Give yourself time to heal. Like usually they put yellow ribbons on a tree for a wounded soldier. Is that what it is, or something? What are
Oh,
the yellow ribbons for?
return home to return home. Mhm.
Okay. And so I feel like that's what they're showing me, that yellow ribbon or that yellow spirit of it. And you're already in this Queen of Swords. You're nurturing. I mean, this Queen of Cups. You're nurturing. Stay in that mindset, that queen mindset, where and you can make the right decisions, and you can discern what's good or bad in love. But I do see that this love being something that you should explore, or this relationship being something you can explore, even if it only takes you through the end of the year and it's just some happy moments. It's another lesson that you learn about yourself, and you get to continue to move forward. But oh my God, look at that, a love reading, Don.
I know.
I love
Christine,
when love comes out and they didn't ask.
exactly. Christine, who has the daughter? Do you have the daughter, or does he have a daughter? Because I'm getting a young daughter. Do either of you have a young daughter? Because I'm getting the young daughter energy.
Exactly. Bonnie said love. Exactly. I don't like a love reading, but I love when it just organically comes through the cards. Yours
Exactly.
came through so bad with those three cup cards.
Hmm. Yes, I have a daughter, and so does he. Okay, because I was getting the little daughters, and I was seeing them. They like the situation. The little girl likes the
Oh,
situation.
see?
Yeah. So
Oh, I love it. Just
yeah.
cute.
Yep. So know that on this situation specifically, the little girl's happy. This works for her. So that's good. I love
Oh,
that.
I like it.
Love it.
Perfect. Look at that, Don. We're not the Grim Reapers tonight. We're doing good. I love.
Exactly. Shoot.
So I hope that helps you out, Christine. I feel like that was the only message that they have for me to give to you, is to give this love a chance, give this romance a chance, and see where it goes. But again, be mindful, but don't um, make this person pay for the past. Okay.
Hmm.
So Keena, who's the next person? Oh, we're moving right along, John. Look at us.
Yes, indeed.
And I love these cards. I feel like they're talking so well.
Before we move on, can anybody own Gina and Alex who crossed over? Agina and Alex crossed over. So if anybody can know that, we'll move on. But just to keep that in mind. Matthew's next. What's Matthew? Let's see. How do my guides feel about me and Alex getting married? You need to talk to your guides. Come on, Matthew.
Bonnie, it's the Radiant Wise deck. I love it because every picture is up close. It's the regular classic Rider Waite deck, but it's up close. Every single card is like very, very up close. It's not far back. Everything is just really drawn in, really deep, and it's really rich. It's the Radiant Wise deck.
That's the only one that I don't have saved. It's the only one I don't have saved.
Oh my gosh.
Everything else I have QR codes for. That one I don't.
Radiant Wise. And it's been in my cart for the longest. And I kept saying I was going to get it. And it was like, I was like, you know what, just go ahead. I ordered 3 decks. I ordered this one, and then I got this this one right here, which is it's more of a learner's deck. I haven't really played with it yet, but it's got all the symbols on there that tells you what each card means, the moons, the planets, the symbols, and all that. So I haven't played with that one. This is the only one that I played with thus far. Yeah, that learning deck. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, you have the original one. This must be an updated one, and I don't have the box in here with me, of course, because I was playing with it in my room. But this is what they look like, and I used to see people with them all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? And they would be like, the links in my description, and I would find it, and I found the Radiant Wise, and I just love it. It's so, and plus I lost 2 of the cards to my old classic Rider Waite, so I needed a new one anyway. Yes, borderless, Bonnie. I like that too, that it's borderless. It's just like the whole thing, just everything. I love it. Okay, so Matthew, are you still here? Because the Lord do not ask for love. They get worn out really fast, Bonnie. Really fast. It does shine. Yeah, I love it. Well, that's because it's new until I get it all dusty and greasy with food. Matthew, are you still here?
I think he must have left.
All right, Keena. Matthew doesn't seem to be here. I got a no on the question anyway.
Tanya McConnell, are you still here?
Tanya, are you still here? Who are the next couple people, Don? Tanya and then who?
Oh, let me look. Tanya, Jazz, and Catherine Newkirk, in that order. Did somebody go sleep? Y'all go sleep out there on us? I see that people are watching. What the heck? Hello. Wake up, folks. We're here. And it's all YouTube right now. Did we lose Facebook or something? Did you notice that? Everybody that's here is YouTube. And earlier it was Facebook.
Look, I was going to go look at Facebook. Oh, it is on YouTube.
Yeah.
And our Facebook usually is pretty heavy.
Yeah, and yet we've had Twitch and Twitter and all the rest.
Let me see. I see us live. We're still live on Facebook. I don't see anybody in there watching. Oh, she said Matthew was from Facebook, so he must have left. All right. Did Tanya say she was here? Jazz is here, so let's just do Jazz. And then I think Bonnie should be right after that. Oh, Keena said, wait, Tanya was here?
I don't see her messages.
Oh, where do you see her at, Keena? Because I don't see her in the list at all. Tanya? Or are you talking about Jazz? I see Jazz, but I don't see Tanya. Hi, Sonaria. I haven't seen you in so long. It's good to see you. I always love to hear. Tanya, where do you see her at? Is she talking on Facebook and it's not coming through?
This is weird.
Oh, Keena said Facebook is not coming through because I'm like, I don't see any of her comments, but Keena. Oh, so is Matthew. What? That's weird.
Well, you're right because I see Beverly's comments, but not here, and I have it set for the privacy set right on my thing. What the heck?
But they came through the first time. That means they just stopped.
Yeah, yeah, that's weird because I'm again. I if I go to actual Facebook, Pam is on Facebook, but yet her comments didn't show up here. Um, and Beverly is on Facebook, and her comments didn't show. Let me go into Facebook for our for my other site or my actual business site, which is Sonoran Tarot, of course. That's strange. I'm telling you, sometimes this. How can I say it? Sometimes, sometimes. Let me see if
Keena,
I
you
can.
can put Matthew back up. I got a no on his question. I'll just go to the pendulum. Should um should Matthew marry what's her name? Alexa. Should Matthew marry Alexa? I gotta know, which is what I got, what I heard in my ear anyway. You said, what do your guys think about it? I gotta know. I don't know if that's just not the right time or what, but I gotta know on it. Pam said Bev Brooks is commenting. So I got Pam says she sees you on both. On the things that are clicked at the top, is there like a little no? Because if it was a
Yeah,
problem, you would have a little error message.
yeah, everything looks fine. It just for some reason our chats are not getting Facebook chats on our thing, but yet we get them on the Facebook. It's weird. Oh yeah. Oh,
Matthew, I'm gonna pull one card about you. Exactly. Miss Linda said, I think Matthew should decide how he feels about marrying Alexa. If you have to come and ask your guides how you feel, that means you're not really you maybe you're having some doubts and you want the guide, you want your higher power to decide so you can have somebody to blame if it doesn't work out. Because when you're really in love with somebody, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to go and be like, oh well, what do you think? But I gotta know on it when I ask should you two get married. I'm gonna ask for one card on the situation. And do you feel tied up? Is that what you feel stuck? Like you're, like this is overwhelming. This is too much for you. You're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in. So that's a card that came out for me for the overall energy between you two, or on the relationship that you feel stuck, you feel tied up, you feel bound, like you're getting into something that you should not be getting into. Like you have doubts, but you don't really know how to express them in a way that you think might upset her, or her feeling like you're trying to back out of the wedding. But again, that's a lifetime. Listen, I always tell people I only get married one time. And so I'm not going to just, you know, willy nilly go into a situation like that. So I'm getting a no for you on that situation with the marriage. But again, right, Miss Linda, follow your gut. And so if I got that Eight of Swords, let me get one more card. Oh, that one just flew out like a rocket. You're waiting on something. Like it's like you planted these seeds. Do you have somebody else in the background that could possibly have gotten away, and you're wondering like, oh, is this person going to get out of a relationship? Because this is you waiting on a harvest to come in. So I feel like maybe he said he's head over heels about it. Then why are you asking spirit if you should do it? If you believe in it, then why do you need to ask somebody else? But I gotta know. I got that you're feeling this way, and I feel like if you're coming to a psychic to ask, then you have doubts. And this is the card that came out for me: is that you're feeling tied up, and then this right here is that you're waiting on a harvest. And I feel like maybe there's somebody else who kind of sort of might be in the background that you could possibly be with if this don't work out, but you haven't gone for it or you don't know what to do about it. Because this for me is waiting on your harvest. You planted your seeds, you're waiting on things to grow and to come to fruition. You're just kind of standing there waiting on things to grow. And so either this relationship hasn't grown into what you want it to be, or you have somebody else in the background. And that's how they're kind of showing it to me, is that maybe there's somebody else in the background that you could have, should have, would have, maybe have wanted to be with. And if the possibility comes up or this doesn't work out, you could do it. You don't have to tell me. You can't lie to spirit. I'm just telling you what I got from this situation. And you can tell me that you love her until the heavens come home, but spirit is telling me something different. Oh, Pam, we can see you. I can see Pam's comments. She says, "Can you see me now?" And I can see her from Facebook, and it's from your Facebook, Don. It's not paired.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, Pam said it's just coming through. You know, Pam always to the rescue. She always goes to all our sites. So I see her coming through now. I don't see anybody else. I don't see Matthew or anybody else, but I do see Pam coming through now. So Pam, what magic trick did you do to make yours come through? Yep, Katie, we can't see yours either. Oh, Tina says it appears to be the Sonoran page.
Let me see if I can bump it. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it.
Bev Brooks is here. Bev, are you on the Don page or are you on the Sonoran page? He's waiting on financial stability. Okay, I mean that's fine if that's what you say.
Yeah, I think Beverly's on the personal one.
Oh yeah, she's on your Don. So those are coming through. Your Sonoran page isn't coming through, but you already made it public like you normally do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I'm on it now. What I did is I just took it offline and put it back online to see if maybe that would help. That means there'll be 2 readings now instead of 1 or 2 videos, but that's okay. I'm good. Whatever it takes to make it work. Says streaming again. Let's see. Was live. Come on. Okay. Okay. It was live. It was live. We get the point. It says it's streaming again, but it doesn't
All
show.
right, if you're on the Sonoran page, make a comment and then we'll see if you come through.
Exactly.
Well, I wish you the best, Matthew. So, um, however it works out, let us know. But that's what I. Oh, he said it's working because now I can see his
Yep.
comment.
There you
So
go.
there it is. All right, Matthew. Don, do you have anything for Matthew?
No, I just what you had said. I think that's good. Most importantly, have the communication. Matthew, talk to your spirit guides. Talk to spirit. Talk to your higher power, and when ask them the same question, and quiet your mind and listen, because again, they're going to give you so much more than we can, and you can connect to them. You have had some life experiences that brought you closer to the veil, and so that has opened you up. Brianna says you made a
Oh,
comment.
Alex, or the one you were asking about.
Yeah, you made a comment about if anyone knows of Alex or Gina earlier, and I know an Alex that crossed over, and Gina is his mom. Yeah, but Gina crossed over too, right? Because for some reason, I'm seeing Gina bring him across. So Gina is crossed over as well. Because I was just shown Gina, and she was showing me that she brought Alex over. Does that make sense? Is she across? Is she crossed over as well? No, she's still here. Okay, for some reason I see, I don't know. It's like I get the feel that she brought him. Oh, okay. I'm not sure now.
Is he coming back to get her?
I don't know. I don't know. So who's Edna? So Brianna, who's Edna? Because I just heard Edna. Is she a grandmother? Is she his grandmother? Who's Edna? And Edna's on this side though. Edna's on this side, right? Your grandmother. Okay. Your grandmother's here, and her name is Edna. Okay. Now okay. um, yes. Okay. Who's Ella Cinderella? Because I'm hearing Ella Cinderella. And this is Alex talking about Ella Cinderella. Who's Ella Cinderella? Does that ring a bell too? Ella Cinderella. Ella is my daughter. Okay. Okay. Good. So was he? So I'm guessing he was close to your daughter. Was he also close then to your grandmother, or did he have a relationship with your grandmother? Alex's daughter also. Oh, so you and he had the daughter named Ella. Okay. Did he call her Cinderella? Because again, Ella Cinderella. I keep hearing Ella Cinderella. He treated her like a princess. I mean, she was like a little princess to him. Interesting. Okay. And what's with the car? What did he do with the car? Did he something about was okay? He's showing me about a car situation. Yeah, she loves princesses. Okay, she loves. Okay, good. What's a car situation? Was an accident or a DUI or something? Because he's he's showing me the DUI, and he's like, that was really a bad move on his part. Did he have a DUI or something like in December? Was it December timeframe of last year or something? Yes, DUI. Okay. Yeah, he was telling me about that. Now it's interesting because I'm also seeing. So are you in a? But you're the Ella's mom, and he's Ella's dad. But I'm seeing you someplace else and not in where he was. So do you guys live from in different places? So did he move? You moved away. You moved someplace else, right? And then he stayed where he was and where he recently passed, right? Interesting. Okay.
I love to watch mediumship unfold.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy trying to put it all together. He has a son too, correct? Alex Scott was in rehab for a while, and he died 3 weeks after he got out. Okay, and he had a son as well, right? But the son was younger than Ella. Ella is the older daughter, but the son is not your son, right? The son is from another mom. Oh, you have a son. So both of you have a son and a daughter. Okay, because I was getting something about the son and daughter from. Okay, so you have a son and a daughter. Okay, good. But what's the situation with you though? I mean, and the son is younger. Okay, yeah, I got that. But for some reason, I saw a difference, a disconnect or something. Did you guys separate at one point and then get back together and then have the son? Is that what happened? Because again, I'm seeing like a separation of the daughter and son. So like you guys were together, then you broke up and got back together and then had the son, because that's kind of the energy I'm getting. He's showing me. And then, but what's up with Florida? Because I'm getting Florida. What's with Florida? 10 years, but we fought like hell for our relationship. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I got the energy on that one. Believe me, I definitely got that energy from me. Okay, but what's with Florida? Because I'm getting Florida, but I'm also getting cold climate. So I'm getting anyway, he's I just want you know, it's interesting because he recently crossed over, but he's very active back here. You don't know about Florida. Okay. There's something about Florida, and he's letting me know about Florida. I don't know if there's something about Florida you need to know that he's trying to tell you, or if you thought about moving away or something, but he's talking about Florida for you. And I'm getting this energy about Florida, and I don't know what he's not really clear on what that means, but Florida is the thing that I'm getting. Yeah. And what about Chris? Didn't you guys go to Florida? Brittany says, didn't you? Brittany Kittle, I guess you were a sister to Brianna. She's saying, didn't you guys go to Florida? Okay, Florida is damn expensive. Florida is damn expensive, Bonnie says. Yeah, I was getting this Florida thing, Florida energy for some reason for you. He was giving me Florida. He was talking about Florida. Yeah. So anyway, no, South Carolina. Okay, well, he was, something about Florida though. Don't be surprised if something in the near future brings you to think about Florida, to move to Florida, or something about Florida, because he's really making a strong play for Florida in my head, and he's really ringing that through for you. So don't be surprised if something happens that connects you to Florida with him, and or brings you there. Yeah. Chris is our cousin. Okay. And Chris, yeah, I'm not going to put Chris's dirt on the street, but Chris had some issues too, correct? And yeah, okay. I'll leave that there because who's Pyle? Who's Pyle? Pyle. I'm getting the word Pyle. He is really close with Alex. Yes. So he and Alex they got in some unique situations. I'll put it that way. Correct. Because I don't want to call anybody out, but yeah, because Alex was telling me they got into some stuff, if you know what I mean. Yes. But who is Pyle is my family's last name, Chris Piles. Okay. But your name is Kittle, so that must be like a distant thing or something. Because again, or like it's your mother's maiden name or something. Is that what it is? And yes, they did. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess Alex is just giving me this information to let you know that he, again, is here and he's giving confirmation. But more importantly, he's watching over you. He's watching over the kids. He loves his Ella. He loves his little princess. Again, he keeps saying Ella Cinderella. So again, he's just in his head. That's just running through my head, Ella Cinderella. But he's with you. But don't be surprised if you're drawn to Florida. And if you are, the thing that he's trying to hammer home is that take that opportunity. Okay. If you're given an opportunity about something in Florida, please do that. Okay. Make sure you take that leap to Florida because there's something he is letting me know there's something there for you. So don't be surprised when the opportunity arises. And if it does, please take it. Even if it's a visit, make sure you do it. Okay. That's him speaking from the other side. But and he'll always be around you. So don't. He's not leaving. He's not going to go away forever. He's just when you need him, he'll come through. He'll come through. You know, he didn't leave you. He needed to transition. Okay, that was it. He just needed to transition. This was he got sidetracked. I mean, life really went in a not so good way with him, and the exit came and he had to take it. That's all. I'll put it that way. So know that he's always with you, even though he transitioned. He's with you, okay? And he will always be with his daughter and his son. Yeah. There you go.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I love to see it unfold. Oh.
Yes. So.
And I didn't get hot. I used to get hot every time you got a spirit, but I didn't get hot now. I love it.
Yeah,
better for me. No more personal summers.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was drawn to her anyway, and I asked Kina to make sure she added her to the list, and then, but I didn't realize that was the energy I was getting connected to at the same time. So, anyway, super. Thank you, Kina, for adding her, and now you can remove her from the list. But because we read her, and thank you for Brianna for letting us for filling in the gaps and giving the confirmation. The confirmation means a lot because again, it verifies that we are on the right path, but more importantly, that he's communicating as clearly as he can because he really was a lot of information. And I've gotten so much better with names recently, and I've been working on the names, so I'm not surprised that he gave me specific names. But I love that. I love that. There you go. Whew. All right. Who's next? Tanya. Sorry, Tanya. I cut you off. I apologize.
Tanya, without getting too much into your daughter's business, I get little ducks. They're showing me little ducks, and I see like they've broken out of the shell and they're off on their own. And I see you putting the eggshell back on top of them to protect them. Like you want to put them back in the shell and you want to keep them back. Like you've released them. They've released from the egg, and you want to put them back in the shell because you want to protect them and you don't want them to scatter away too far. I don't get any negativity associated with this move, but I do get you being very protective, very mama bear, very wanting to hold them close and keep them to you so that you can, again, protect them and just keep them close to you. I'm going to do a couple cards for you in general. Wow, the first came out was partnership. And the word that I hear when this Three of Pentacles comes out is trust. Trust that this is for their highest and greatest good. You may not be able to see everything that's happening, but trust that the partnership is happening, that is taking behind the scenes, because they're showing me the high priestess and they're saying you can't see everything that's going on behind the scenes. So trust that the partnership that is being formed is with their higher power. Like they've thought about this, they're making the decisions, and it's their decision to make. I don't feel like there's any malice in your heart or any way that you're trying to keep them from going. You just genuinely want to know out of concern for them as being a mom. I got wish fulfillment. Like you will see her have the joyous life that you're hoping for her. Like I feel like maybe she's had a little bit of struggle. She's had a little bit of things that she's trying to grow into. Is she thinking about going into nursing? Because they showed me a stethoscope. So either she's thinking about going into nursing or the medical field, or she's having some medical issues because they're showing me the stethoscope. Oh. Okay, I don't know what I'm correct on. That makes you happy. So I'm getting that your wish fulfillment will happen. That things will pick up for her. That I get new career. Like encourage her to pursue that new career and not stay in the field that she's in. I don't feel like she's happy in whatever she's doing. Like maybe she's in a job that not necessarily a dead end job, but it doesn't seem like it has any possibilities of the kind of growth that you want for her. You want her in a more professional setting, in a more business, like administrative is the word that they're using for me. And then the next card I got for you was the Eight of Wands. And so for me, that's movement, that's information coming in, that's arrows of information coming in for her, but that's also fast moving. So I love a movement card, I love a wish fulfillment card, and I love this partnership card. So they're saying just trust in the process and believe that things are going to keep going. I do hear keep praying for her and keep believing that your prayers are being answered. You may not see the results of it now, but keep praying for her. And you can even ask, as you pray to say, show me that my prayers are being answered. Give me some kind of indication that the prayers that I'm giving, that I'm saying for her are working or going over. You don't have to, put your authority over her. Just say, you're wishing for her highest and greatest good, and to give me some kind of indication that my prayers are being answered. Um, Oh, okay, okay. My son moved out of state. My daughter works for a hospital. My son's girlfriend is a nurse. Okay, because they showed me the stethoscope. So this probably is a good move for her. Maybe it'll open up some areas for her in career. Because I heard tell her to go ahead for that next career leap or for that new career. Maybe it's just another area of nursing, but you want her to be in a more professional area. So it does look like healthcare is the option for her because they showed me very quickly the stethoscope. And again, overall good. I feel like it's a good move for her. I don't know if she's moving closer to one of your other children that are going, but it does seem like a great move for her overall. So that's what I got.
The only thing I got, well, the most important thing I got, not the only thing, but the most important thing I got is let her go, mama. It's time for her to fly. And she has to, if she's
Yeah,
going to find herself, she needs to find it in her own environment. And right now, she's just very much in your environment, even when she is whatever that's the case. Yeah, I think it's time, and let her and support her, give her all the encouragement, let her go, let her do it, because she's not going to, she will not, I don't suspect, what I suspect is that she will not maximize her potential if she stays where she is. She needs a change, and she needs to find her voice, and she needs to find her way. And by leaving the environment she's in is the way to make that happen. So let her go, mama. Give her the wings. You've already taught her how to fly. You taught her how to fly. You taught her how to survive. You taught her how to be productive and beneficial citizen. So now let's test that you did it right by sending her out and showing, and she will show you that you taught her well, that you prepared her well, and that she will do you proud. She will do you proud.
and I
Yeah.
heard success is in her DNA. Like just allow her the opportunity to flourish. Is she your youngest baby? Like is she the last one at home? Because I see you trying to put that, like I said, put that eggshell back on and press it down and just put her back inside that egg and not let her out. But overall, she is going to do great. She's going to impress you. I heard that too.
Yeah.
Um, so I get all good
Yeah.
warm feelings for her. Like let her go.
But
And I'm the one to I feel like this is a little convicting for me too. Let Brandon fly, let him go, let him be. It's cap and gown day today. So it was
mhm.
let him go.
Yep. And I feel that your daughter is like a mini me, and is a little bit you're obstinate and a bit strong-willed. And I get Mama is the same. So I think you and she are made from the same cloth. And so again, know that you trained her well. That she watched, and you didn't have to train her. She watched you. You showed her how to be a strong, independent person. And so she's going to show you that she was watching. She's going to show
Exactly.
you that she was watching and she learned, and that you trained her. You gave her the tools necessary to be, again, a fully functional, very healthy adult. So yeah, mama, let her go. Let her go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Bonnie said, Angie, I think I have the same deck. Yours is just shiny and mine looks like it's been through war. Yours has some smoke on it. Yours has given some great readings. Mine is just breaking out the package. Bonnie, I hope that mine should get worn like yours is. Mine is just like, brand new. Yours is just yours has some stories on it, some good readings on it. So I should only hope that mine will get where yours is one day. All right, Kina, who's next? Tanya, Miss Tanya, I hope that helps you out and I hope that gives you a little bit of relief. Like I felt an exhale and I felt your shoulders like come down from your ears and you kind of relax a little bit as we gave you that. So I hope that helps you out. Oh, she said that just gave me the chills. Okay, good. I hope that really helps you. All right, so Catherine Newark, may I get a general? Okay, cool. Catherine Newark. Um,
The the very first thing I got for Catherine is, yeah, why not? Yes, why not? What's your question? Because it's like I'm being, it's like there's actually a question you have, and my answer is yes, why not? What's holding you back? I mean, nothing's holding you back. Nothing's keeping you from doing it. So again, the answer to your question that's been bothering you is yes, why not? Why what's keeping you from doing it, whatever it is? That's what Spirit keeps telling me. Yes, why not? So let me work on that a little bit. Angie, you can go ahead and fill the
Oh my
gaps in.
God, that fits so much because I gotta just do it. I got the Nike sign and it's just like just do it.
Exactly.
Why won't you just move forward? That was the first thing I saw. Like they're really saying, well, what is your holdup? Like you're your only holdup at this point. Why
Mhm.
won't you do it? Like you're just giving reasons why something won't happen and you should just move forward with it. I feel like it's a business that you want to start and you're not sure. Like you seem to be a very detailed person, like a person who needs to know every single detail of it. And at this point, they're saying you've gone over it over and over and over and over and over again. Just go ahead and get the start out. You're nothing's ever going to be completely perfect. You're never going to launch everything that's going to be the best ever. There's always going to be a little bit of a hiccup here or there. You just plan for those and make adjustments to it and then you move on. They're saying you can't plan out every single detail and make it as perfect as you want it to be. Just plan for whatever necessary adjustments that you have to make and then to make those adjustments. But I do feel like it's a new business. Like, are you trying to start? Oh, you want to buy a car? I feel like a new business too. You're not trying to start a new business. Like, it seems like a new opportunity, a new career opportunity. Regarding buying the car, I'm getting that maybe you should wait a little bit into the 2024 because they're showing me 2024. They're showing me a black vehicle, and I hear the word SUV, but I see a car, so I feel like it's a black vehicle. But I do feel like I do see 2024, so maybe January or February is when they're telling me that you should do this, or when it'll be a better time for you to do it, or when it's maybe will come to fruition and all the ducks will be in a row and you can make all the decisions that you need to meet. So they're showing me January, February 2024. Again, I see a black vehicle and I hear the word SUV, but I see a car. So I don't know if it's some kind of crossover between the two, but I definitely see that. I do see like a new opportunity. So are you saying that you don't want to start a business or are you doubting that you'll be able to start the business? And it's like it's maybe a desire in the back of your head back here that you're not pushing forward and you're just kind of like discrediting it, like, oh, that's not a good idea. But I think your spirit team sees it and they're like, why not? Why not move forward? Just go ahead and do it. And so they're encouraging you to move forward. And they're even saying the blessing is on it. You just have to go ahead and kind of flesh it out and just go ahead and move forward with it. If it's not you starting your own business, then it's definitely a career move or something where you need to excel or move forward in more in a position where you would have a little bit more autonomy and you would be able to make more decisions. So I don't know if that takes you to a manager or director role, but you seem to be making a lot more of the decisions. So if it's not your own business, then it's you moving up into a position where you get to make a lot more decisions. So it looks all good for me on that. Again, January, February for the car, and that's what I got for you. Oh, you're a substitute teacher. Did you see the substitute teacher who did the fake Mexico trip for her kids? Like she made them do passport pictures. She made them do she found a video that made it look like they were on a plane. She did this whole little thing for them. It went viral on there, and then Southwest invited the whole class to the Southwest airport, brought them on the plane, took them out like in the airport, did a big dinner and everything for them because she was a teacher who did that and it got so much traction that they wanted to celebrate her and give them the actual airplane experience.
I didn't see it. That's very
Oh
cool.
my God, it was so beautiful. Like I was in tears. It was so pretty. Like she literally made them come up to him like she was like the people taking their post off, like taking their little picture, made them a little
Yeah.
passport. She stamped their passport. She lined up the chairs in the room so it looked like they were on an airplane. Then she found a video where it made it seem like they were on an airplane. She did the whole thing, everything up to it. And then I think they may have had like a dinner or something that was like kind of like a Mexican fiesta or something like that. And then Southwest got a hold of it and invited them actually to come out and do the whole experience in the airport for real. It was so cute. I thought it was the best thing ever. And they
I'll have
were
to look
like,
that up. I'll have to look that up because it sounds. I
yeah,
mean, how
I'll,
wonderful.
I'll find it. I think I sent it to myself because it was so hard. I was like, oh my God, just anytime you need to pick me up, just look at how beautiful this was that she did for them. And if I find it, I'll show it to you.
Jeez, that's the kind of teacher we need to celebrate.
Yeah, yeah.
That is.
It was so beautiful. I was like, well, did y'all give her some money? Like, y'all should give her like $5,000 or something for the
They should give the
classroom.
teacher a
Like,
trip or something for being so cool.
exactly. Oh, Keena said she got it. I must have sent it to her. So, or maybe she found it, but oh, she
Oh,
got
she
free
got free
tickets. I was
tickets.
gonna say they should have gave her something. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
That's great PR for
Oh,
them too.
Bonnie said send it to her too, Keena. It's so cute. She'll just and they're littles, like they're like like kindergarten, first grade. So they're littles. They're not big kids. They're littles. So it was even more special that they got to see that, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
That's cool. That
So
is
I don't
very.
know if Tina has both like the before and the after because I saw the before and then just recently this week I saw where Southwest rewarded them because it was two different videos. It was first her and everybody made it go viral because it was so cute. And then Southwest came in this week with the whole thing. It was like, well, I guess we should give her something. But y'all should give her like $5,000 or something for the classroom. It's hard for teachers. And she probably had to come up with all that material to create them passports and all that stuff on her own. Y'all need to give her some money.
They may have. We just don't know it.
It's possible. Keena said they gave her tickets. I know y'all got a little bit of money for her.
There you go. Absolutely.
All right, so we're done with. Did we finish, Catherine? Did you get to
Yeah,
do
we
that?
finished, Catherine.
Okay,
Yep.
so who's next, Keena? Good luck on the car, Catherine. All right. Okay, will the move go smoothly? Let me see. I heard a resounding yes. I heard better than your expectation. Um, they showed me the oh my gosh, and then look what card fell out. That celebration card immediately popped out like oh my gosh. So that was perfect. How that came out, but also they showed me the cost of the move decreasing like a little bit. Because I think you were worried about the cost of it. So and listen, Miss Bonnie, I know about movie how they quote you one price and then when they get all said and done, oh, we went 3 hours instead of 2 hours, or we went 4 hours instead of 3 hours, and now you're a little bit higher than you want. I don't feel like it'll decrease below what you think, but it'll be a little bit less than what you thought it was. So I do get like the numbers going down, not going up. So like this is where it is, and maybe it's a little bit less. Maybe it'll happen a little bit faster. It'll be a little bit easier than you thought. But I get an overall joy from the situation. I feel like it'll go a little bit smoother than you thought it would go. Let me see if I can get another card. Is there anything that Bonnie isn't aware of or should be concerned about regarding the move? Let me ask that. Is there anything Bonnie should be concerned about or aware of regarding the move? Okay, is it gonna fly out? I hate when I take that off. Donna, if you have anything, you can go ahead while I'm trying to pop these cards out.
Let me see what the cards have to say.
Oh, Ace of Wands. So I feel like that's a new opportunity for employment. Like I feel like something is gonna come up because Ace of Wands, that's that creativity, that's that passion, that's that new, you know what I'm saying? That making the best out of the situation or where you are. Like I feel like you're gonna find things in your community and you're gonna be like, oh, this is a need that I can fulfill. I don't feel like it's going to be an overwhelming job, but I do feel like it'll be something in the community that you see a need and you'll be able to, and you'll be surprised at it. And then they're saying that you will find a metaphysical community there. I'm feeling like you will find something more than you think, even though isn't that like the Bible Belt in that area? I don't want to say where you're at in case you didn't tell anybody, but that's kind of like the Bible Belt. But they're telling me you'll find more metaphysical um, community there than you think. and they'll be a little bit more off, a little bit more open. Because I see like ladies, and I see you all like getting together, like maybe you're going to functions because they keep showing me pies. What is this about pies? Are you really good at baking pies, Miss Bonnie, or something like that? Because they keep showing me a pie, like an apple pie or a peach pie. Dang, I can almost smell the apples in the pie right now, or maybe I'm just hungry and fat. But I feel like I can see a pie or something. So I feel like you'll meet these ladies, you'll get together, you'll have a good time. Like I feel like it'll open your expansiveness on the people that you'll meet and the people you'll get out and see, and you'll have a good time. But they do. I keep seeing this, and for me, that's money coming in unexpected ways. Well, I see this, but then I heard in unexpected ways, money will come in for you in ways that you weren't aware of. And then I think your online presence will also increase a little bit more. And they're just saying be more consistent. Like they know that you're in transition now. That's what I'm hearing. They know that you're in transition now, but once you settle in and get back with the consistency of your readings, your online presence will perk up a little bit. And then they said go with the ideas that you have. Like I feel like you have some different ideas on different readings and spreads you could do. They're saying go with that. I think I even saw a different one that you did today, like a collective read. Just in general, they're saying go with those things that you're thinking. Like if you're thinking like a quick 1 minute card or a 1 minute reading or whatever those ideas that you're having, they're saying once you get settled in, go ahead and that'll for one, it'll help you get some of that energy out, that stale energy out from the move, and get you settled in. And then it'll also give you a little bit of peace of mind while you're trying to settle in. So that feels good.
The only thing that I have to offer to add is that I think at the very last moment with the move, there's going to be a miscommunication between you and this strong-willed man, and um, and it's going to lead to some. Again, it's a misunderstanding because again, it's something that probably could have been ironed out earlier, but again, you were thinking one thing, they were thinking something else, and so both of you truly believe what it is your position is. It's just that that's not what the meeting of the minds is. So as you move forward and as you progress, make sure that you are very clear to to ask the people that you're working with and the people you're doing things with to ensure that this is what I understand. Can you confirm that? So again, if you have a conversation of, hey, we're going to be picking up your goods on this day, we're going to be packing them on this day, come back to them. So I'm confirming that on this day, I expect you to come to pack. On this day, I expect you to load. On this day, I expect you to depart with our goods. On this day, to arrive on the goods. Again, make sure that there's there is a communication that is back to them, whoever you're talking to confirm that what you believe you heard, what you believe you received, is what indeed they're saying. Because I'm getting the feeling there's going to be a miscommunication that's going to cause a bit of a riff or drama, and it doesn't have to be. It's because again, it's just we believe that we communicate well, and we believe that everybody's on the same sheet of music, and then we're surprised, and everybody is on their sheet of music, but it's not the same because we heard the same thing but received it differently. So that's what I'm getting. So make sure that your communication is very specific and confirmed, and therefore there's no questions. Okay, that because again, it's this real conflict again with this gentleman who's very headstrong, and you see it one way, he sees it another, and both of you are right. It's just the way you perceived it. But otherwise, good move, good move, good move. So there you go. And of course, again, this is where you need to be right now. There you go. Next. Don't. Jazz.
Oh, Jazz, you've been waiting a long time. A general, whatever is coming toward me for the rest of the year. Jazz, are you still here? Because I heard Yippee really, really loud. And then I heard like somebody like jumping up and doing that little kick where you put your feet, like, you know how you kick to the side and then you like clap your feet together? Like there is something I would not be able to do because I would land right on my face. But it seems it's like something that is very that is very good news for you. I feel like you're going to get like a job or like you're getting good news. Let me see what this good news is. But you're not even here, so I don't want to get into it. But oh, there you are. You're there. Okay, so let me see what this good news is. I'm gonna ask them, is this career or love related? Oh, and while you were talking about Bonnie and you were talking about the miscommunication, and you kept saying with a strong-willed man, I was like, oh, is this some? Is this some hot and fire? Is this like a romantic misunderstanding? But no, it was something different. I was excited. Like, wait a minute. Even a romantic misunderstanding might be good.
Not another love reading. No.
Miss Bonnie, you saw me. I was like, wait, what's going on here? What is he talking about?
I need the shade fan, right? Did you have?
Exactly. Oh wait, I got it. I got it. Right here. Always got it right here.
Exactly.
Yeah. But earlier today when I saw them on, I kept being like, all you need to find is your a good old country boy from down south, somebody who like to eat, and like to go out and take you around and y'all go dance and you can have a good old time. A good old time, Miss Bonnie. Look, before you know it, you'll be like, girl, I'll be like, wait a minute, do I have to move outside?
I don't know. I don't know, Angie. I don't know.
The drama? Could it be me? Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Miss Jazz, let me see. So, scenario, don't be laughing at me. Every time you go over here, you be laughing at me. Don't try it. Jazz, they're saying you're looking for something huge, like good news to come in as something huge. For me, I've learned to look at good news as, you know what, I had a meeting today and I didn't have to argue with such and such. That's good news for me. So you're saying, like, because I've been to that place where it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, but it's not coming the way I want to. So are you setting clear intentions for the things that you want to come in? Because I got a yippee, I got a yes, for whatever this situation is, but are you setting clear intentions for what you want? Are you expecting like, oh, I want a new car? You're expecting like a Lexus, a 2024, and then you get like a car that's new to you, like a used new car. So you're like, oh, I wanted a new car. That's not the expectation that I had. I expected a brand new car, but I just got a car that was new to me, a used new car. So maybe there's a miscommunication in the expectation because I got the Six of Wands, which is a victory card for me, and Wands is creativity, is passion, but this is victory. This is after. I always like the Six of Wands because it's after the confusion of the Five of Wands. You've been through the struggle. You've been through all the chaos of the Five of Wands and the conflict and the healthy competition or whatever. And this is your victory. So that's what I got. So there is victory coming. But where is the victory you're asking for? Are you asking for the victory or the good news in your career? Are you asking for the victory or the good news in your finances? Are you asking for the victory or the good news in your romantic life? Are you asking for it in every situation or in one situation? I had got to the point where I was making deals with my or making pleas with my guys. I said, look, these are my top four areas or my top three areas: career, finances, health, and love. All four of those can't be in the tank. You got to give me some good, you got to give me more good areas than none. So at this point, my finances are doing good. I like both of the jobs or all the jobs that I'm doing. My health, we're getting that back on track. It's overall pretty good. And then my romance is in the tank. So again, they're giving me what I asked for. These are my four areas of life. You're giving me three of them that are working out good. I used to just tell them, you can't have all of my areas in the crapper. I can't hate my job, barely be making enough money, um, not be in love, and then my health also. You can't make all four of them. You got to give me where several areas are doing very well, and that's where I'm at right now. The only area of my life that I'm not getting any good options in or haven't been to the way that I want is my love. So I set the parameters that I want and I'm working it out with them. So now I'm saying, okay, all of those are good. Can we now get to rolling onto making the love life better? Like now I want it all. I see that it's possible for you to give me 3 out of 4. Why can't you give me 4 out of 4? Or maybe five out of 5. Like, so are you setting the parameters that you want your higher power to give you? Because I feel like they're showing me this Four of Pentacles. You're holding back. You're holding back on your wishes because you feel like, you know what, I've been putting it out there or I've been asking for it, but you haven't been giving it to me. And what they're showing to me again is like two pieces of paper trying to go together and they keep missing each other. This is what you're asking for. This is what you're giving me, but they're not meeting. They're passing each other by because it's a miscommunication. So they're saying, are you feeling like, are you getting what you want? So you says you're only been focusing on your career. Um, I'm confused and haven't set clear intentions. So then that's what you do. You just set clear intentions, what it is that I want. I told them I want to make this amount of money or more. I want to save this amount of money by the end of the year or more. I want my student loans at a zero balance by the end of the year. I want a new vehicle. And then once I decided which vehicle, because like there was 4 different choices of vehicles that I wanted. I went to Don. Don was, Don knows everything about cars. If you ever have a question, Don is a guru. He's probably had the car that you want, knows all the under the hood stuff. That's why I like going to Don, because he knows all the under the hood stuff. Like I'm just looking at, oh, it's pretty, it's shiny. It's keyless entry and the seats warm up. Don's like, oh no, the engine does this and blah 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 blah. All that goes over my head. But if Don says it's good, it's good. So I finally decided what vehicle I want, and now they know what my intention is. I had to set an intention of specificity, not to the point where I have to be so rigid, but to the point where they know what I'm looking for. So in those areas of your life, that's 4 doors that you can open. Career, I want this. Finances, I want this. Love, I want this. Health, I want this. And so as you move into 2024, those are the goals that you set. Even if you have to do a vision board and put it into 4 segments and say, this is what I want, that's what you'll get. Or you can say, by the end of the year, I want to have a job that pays this, or I want an increase in my income to this level, or I want to work remote, or I want this. I do see victory again for you, but you're holding back on what it is that you're asking for. And they want you to be a little bit more forthcoming so that you can get what you want. The overall energy that I got at the bottom was the Queen of Cups. You're in control of your emotions, or maybe, no, they're saying you're holding back on your emotions because you don't want to be let down again by asking for something that you're not getting. And so they're saying, no, trust in the process that you'll get what you want, but be specific on what you want and decide. You still have a couple more years, a couple more months left, a couple more weeks. We're down to weeks left in the year. You can decide by the end of the year, I want this much of an increase in my income. I want to be living here. I want this kind of vehicle. I want, you can decide, because if you're thinking that it can't happen by the end of the year, you're limiting your higher power. Your higher power doesn't have a cap on it. You have a cap on it from your limited view here. They don't. So don't limit your higher power by putting a cap on it. Ask for whatever you want and let them give it to you. Let them impress you. Let them overwhelm you with how much you can get. So I do see the victory for you. Just what is it that you want? Don't hold back by telling them. So that's what I got.
The only thing that I got was additional would be that I felt like I guess the statement, the whatever is no time to slow down. I feel like for some reason you kind of put your car in low gear or something, and you're just kind of, and you're kind of cruising, and you cannot. This is not a time to cruise. This is not a time to slow down. This is a time to keep moving forward, and if anything, more gas, hit it harder.
Do you see her
Yeah.
comment about her Saturn return?
No, I didn't. I
It's
wasn't.
exactly what she says. I'm just out of my Saturn return, so my wishes have gone down, probably expecting the worst. And that's exactly what you're saying, Don. She's lowered her gear.
Yeah. So you need to step on the gas, not the brake. Keep moving, power through. Get this year behind you. This year has to close in a bang. It is in your best interest, to close the year out on a positive note. And there's nobody else who will do it. You're the only one that can make sure that happens. Don't expect somebody else to do it. Don't expect Spirit to deliver it. They're sending you the message that it's on you and you got to do it. So make sure that you fire up yourself, get through the year, moving forward, and know that the reward's on the other side of the year. So next year.
And then what popped out while you were saying that, get fired up, Page of Pentacles, good news coming in, information about financial abundance. I love the Page of Pentacles because it's always good. The card says good news about financial opportunities or something like that. So I feel like that you said you were focusing on your career. Okay, you're focusing on it. Do you know how much money you want to make? Have you told your guys, you know what, by the end of the year, I want to make $100,000? I want to increase my income $30,000 over what I'm making now. I want to get myself out of debt by the end of 2023, or I want to save this amount of money. I want to see this kind of increase. I want to see this opportunity coming up for me. Those are the kind of goals or intentions that you can set, like specific things that aren't like, oh, you know what, I need to have 100,000. Like you don't have to be so rigid, but you can give them an idea. And I always say, or better. I would like to make $30,000 or more over where I'm making now, and then allow them to give you 45 or 50,000. I would like to have a job that is 100% remote where I'm at home all the time so I can do A, B, C, D, and E. Or I would like to have an opportunity where I have opportunities for expansion in my career. So you set the intentions. Stop blaming it on your Saturn return and just go ahead and set the intentions on what it is. And I know how you feel because I've been in that energy. And again, it's all about changing that mindset. You got to that negative mindset over time. You have to try to pull yourself out over time. And it just comes with feeding yourself more positive information, feeding yourself affirmations, listening to those affirmations online. I will tell you all the time, YouTube is a great resource for finding affirmations. I wish Don book was out already. Don, go ahead and pop that book up and show us what it's going to look like. The book is coming out shortly, and it's all about affirmations and the power of affirmations. If I can say one thing that I've gotten from my friendship with Don, is the affirmations, believing in affirmations. I was like, yeah, okay, and then listening to him and Shauna on live, I just tried it out, and right now you couldn't even tell me that an affirmation would work. It would be blasphemy, like telling somebody Jesus ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am with affirmations. So you got to feed your mind different things. When I go to sleep now, I don't go to sleep watching the news because I know that the news will make me have dreams about being chased by somebody or arrested or something like that. I feed myself positive affirmations. The one video that I listen to every night says, I am so grateful and thankful that something about I receive multiple streams of income from multiple sources on a continuous basis. And I listen to that. It's an 8-hour loop of him saying that all night while I'm sleeping. When I wake up in the morning, I expect money. I expect bonuses. I expect all kinds of things to come to me. I looked at my check today, and I have always told you guys about the blue rewards that I get at my job. I finally looked at my check stub, and I was like, what is this blue reward here? Every time they gave me a blue reward, it was a little bit of an incentive on my check. I didn't even notice that it was there. It was just another little amount of money that was on there, in addition to me being able to trade in those points for gift certificates. So money, I expect money to flow into me because that's the intention that I set, and that's all you need to do is set that intention and for it to happen. Listen, and I love how Don changed it to say, I am forever thankful that my wants and needs are always met. I put that in there every time now. I believe in infinite abundance. I am forever thankful that my wants and needs are always met. So that puts the gratitude into it and the belief, and just saying that I trust that it's everything in there. Gratitude, belief, and trust that it's all going to work out for your good. I love this. This is the most basic and the best affirmation for me. I say it every single day.
That changed about 2 weeks ago because I was giving a talk. Before I gave a talk, I was putting together some information, and I said, you know what? I realized in my book I talk about gratitude, and yet I realized in my affirmation that I love. The one thing I don't have in that affirmation is gratitude, gratefulness, and gratitude. And if you're asking for the universe to do something for you, make sure you tell the universe, I appreciate the fact that you're helping me. And that's how that came to be for me to tweak that. I needed to add the gratitude, and so that was the thankfulness. Yep.
Like I said the other day, I got in my car and it was doing something that I didn't like. I didn't get mad at it and be like, oh my gosh, now it's going to cost me. You know what I said immediately? I am thankful for the new vehicle that the universe is preparing me for. Like if this one is messing up, you definitely have something better for me. I'm not even going to be mad at this. Like or if I get a flat tire, I'm grateful that I have money in my savings account to go ahead and get and replace that tire. I don't get mad at the situation. I give the universe gratitude for knowing, oh, if this is happening, then I know you're working on something else. And so that pre-thankfulness is just like already giving them the belief that I know that you're working on and that it's going to work out in my favor. Another thing, or the one thing that helped out for me, was the 369 manifestation method. I don't know if the general one is the same as the one that Shauna mentioned, but I did it the way Shauna told me, and don't ask me how because I don't remember it. It was so long ago. But it was a 369 method for manifestation. So look it up. If there's different versions of it, then do whatever version it tells you to do. And I think the way Shauna told me to do is like you write down 3 times what it is you want, and then you write down 6 times the grateful, like being the gratitude for it, and then you write down like maybe 9 times something about receiving it or something like that. It was something like that, but it was 3 different things. It was the 369 method. So you had something that you wanted, you wrote that 3 times, and then 6 times it was like the gratitude of receiving it, and then 9 times I can't remember what that was or something like that. But look up the 369 method. That was the thing that brought me right into it, and you couldn't pull me out of it now if you wanted to. Like I am so into affirmations, and that's just where you need to go.
Absolutely. So who is next?
Exactly, butterflies, genuine gratitude. Kelly Dick says she'll start saying the new one. 369, yes. Go ahead and look that up. It's a manifestation technique, and there may be different versions of it. Some of them are a little bit more complicated, but hers was so easy peasy. I did it exactly the way she said it, and literally like 2 days later, it on what it was that I asked for showed up. So New Love wants a general reading. Okay. Hi, New Love. Let's see.
Hmm.
Yes, it is called the 369 method. Pam. Okay. They keep telling me hope floats. Um, New Love. I keep hearing hope floats. And then I got the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like things are turning in your favor. Like maybe you've been hoping for something and you're thinking that it's not going to happen. It hasn't come. It hasn't come for you because there's been a delay. Because for me, the page is it the page? The page of swords is a delay sometimes. Delayed news. It's not necessarily bad news, it's just delayed news. And so I feel like things are turning in your favor, but it's been a little bit delay in getting what you want because I got hope floats. Um, so it feels like maybe whatever it is that you're hoping and wishing for seems just a little bit out of reach, like it's floating away from you. And you feel like you had a balloon in your hand and you let the string go or the string slipped out of your hand and now it's floating away. But they're saying there's a delay and it's not a denial. So whatever it is that you're hoping for is going to come from you. Is there some health issue that you're wishing that is going to be restored? Because I heard health care or health issue. So are you feeling like you're hoping that you're going to recover from a health issue? Because I feel like that's a yes, or that's what they're saying to me is that whatever this condition is, or whatever it is that you're going through, will improve as time goes on. But you still got to stay in that hope, and it seems to be something drastic. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck again was the world card. I have to cover it up because her little breasts are out. Again, is that transition for me. The world card is travel, is movement. I love movement for you. Wheel of Fortune is movement for me. But this right here is that transition. I always like it because when I see the world card, she has 1 foot in the old world and 1 foot into the new world. So she's transitioning into wherever she's going. That's success, that's recognition, that's achievement. You're moving forward into something else. Just continue to believe. Yes, I have sleeping trouble. So I feel like you're going to get the answers that you're seeking. It's just been a little bit delayed. Like I feel like you've gone to doctor after doctor, and you're not going to figure out. You haven't figured out who it was, or you haven't figured out what the right diagnosis is, or what the right treatment is, and it's going to come into fruition the way that you want to. But they're saying just ask. Please allow me to find the correct or send me the correct medical team to help me deal with this situation, or send me the correct treatment, or how do I get from where I am now in this unhealthy state to a positive, healthy state? What do I need to do in order to get there? So that's what I'm getting is that whatever your health condition is, it seems like it's going to improve. You're going to find the team that you want. Just ask your higher power for that people. Don't keep praying, oh, can I get better? Can I get better? Because better could just be, one step above. Ask for the treatment that will cure it or that will make it successful in whatever right or whatever your intention is, and the correct medical team to get everything moving in the right direction. So that's what I got.
The only thing I was picking up for new love was an energy around something going on in the stomach area, and like the stomach and the cure. There's something going on there. Are you having an issue with digestion, or are you having an issue with um, maybe diarrhea, or the opposite, or something? I'm just getting a lot of something happening around the stomach area. And it could be some like indigestion too, but I don't think the indigestion, the indigestion or whatever is the issue. I think it's as a result of something else in your gut area. Are you are you under care for something like that? You have problems with food. Okay. Yeah. And yeah. And also the, what do you call it? It's not just the food. It's the breaking down of the food in the intestines, I'm guessing is what, and breaking it down in the stomach or whatever. Okay. Um, yeah, there is, you've had this before and you haven't found resolution, but I'm telling you, there is a resolution out there. And I'm told you need to keep looking, that there is somebody who is doing something unique that you can do, and it's going to help you. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting. That's yeah. So make sure that you don't stop looking for answers, because again, I think there's a resolution to your problem. I just think you haven't found the right person yet, and that's the thing I would focus on. I would also be looking toward teas, natural teas that focus specifically on digestion and on anti-blockage and stuff like that. That's what I'd be doing. Okay, that's about all I've got.
I just found a little bit of information on the 369 method, and I told Keena to post it. It's sort of kind of the way that uh, Shauna said it to me. I don't know that it was as simplistic as they have it, but as soon as you put in 369 method, there's all different ways that it comes up. But again, all it says is it involves writing down your desired manifestation 3 times in the morning, 6 times during the day, and 9 times in the evening. So that's not quite how I got it. Hers had more like gratitude and desire to it. So I'll have so try to find the one that Shauna did. I'll even try to find the post where she did the 369 method. I told it to I'll have to look at my conversation with Julie, because I think we discussed it and we even pinpointed the exact video where you and Shauna were live. And so I'll have to go back and see if I can find it. But hers was so simplistic and it worked out perfectly fine for me. But look it up and you'll be able to find it. And it's funny, Don, we both came up on the health issue for new love immediately. So I,
Hmm.
I think things will work out for her.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the one thing to know when we talk about affirmations and we talk about the 369 method and those things, the biggest and most important key to that is believing what you say. So say it when you mean it when you say it, believe what you're saying is going to happen. If you miss that part of it, if you're just going through a rote process of I believe in infinite abundance, my wants and needs are, it's not going to do anything. You have got to, you must believe it when you say it when you mean it when you say it. And when you do, again, the energy that changes within you changes the environment you're in. So again, that's the key. The second thing is repetition. You got to do it every day. If you do it once and then you don't do it for a few days and so forth, again, you're not putting the work in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do an affirmation. It costs this, but the return can be enormous. And it only costs you 1 or 2 seconds in a day. You have 24 hours and you can't give up 2 seconds. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. Repetition, and then also meaning it when you say it when you mean it, believe it as you put it out there, and expect and demand that the universe brings it back to you. And you will be surprised how amazingly it does come back to you. But again, if you don't put the work in, don't be pissed at the universe, because the universe is going to say, hey, if you don't work, then why should I? If you don't believe, why should I believe? If you don't care, why should I care? Again, you've got, it starts with you, it ends with you. So that's what I got. That's just the kind of closing the loop there. Who is next? Sonaria.
Oh yay! I haven't seen her in a long time. I like her. I feel like we've been on this journey about this about being a flight attendant for a long time. And I always feel like Sonaria's question has to do with what with her family, um, some kind of relationship. Like give me advice on this relationship with this person. I feel like I've read on her brother, her mom, and her dad. So all of her questions have to do with relationships. She has a lot going on with family dynamics. Okay, with what my parents communicated to me. Gladys, are you still here? Keena has been trying to reach you and she wants to know if you're here. Gladys Trotter, if you're still here, please chime in and let Keena know. She's tried to ping you online. She um, asked you several times if you're still present. So if you still want your reading, you're coming up next. Are you still here? Um, so the question that I'm being asked to ask you, so Gladys says she is here, Keena. She finally answered. Um, you're an adult. um are they supporting you financially? Like what bearing does their communication have on your decision? Like if they're not supporting you financially, why does it matter what they want you to do? If you want to be a flight attendant, they're showing me lots of opportunities. You get to travel, you get to go where you want to, you get to make good money, you get to see the world, you get to meet new people. It's all the things that you want to do. What is the fear that is holding you back, is what they're asking me. What is the fear that's holding you back, and why are you using whatever your parents said? Why are you letting that discourage you? Again, people tell me all the time that sometimes I'm mean in my readings, I'm aggressive, masculine, all kinds of things come up. I can't let any of those things stop me because they don't know how my guides speak to me. The way that I communicate my readings and the things that are said is how my guides communicated to me. So you thinking that I'm aggressive, or you thinking that I'm mean, or you're thinking that I could say that a little bit softer. My guides have told me, say it the way we tell you to say it, and there'll be no consequence to it. So, what is keeping you um, from moving forward their without what they're saying discouraging you? Like you let other people overshadow you. It's like your guides tell you one thing, and then you decide, oh, well, somebody else said something else, so they're higher than my guides. So here's your guides right here, or your higher power telling you, and you let everything else everybody else say go over their guides. My guides will look at me clearly and be like, you got a lot of nerve to ask me a question. I give you the answer, and then you go to a lesser authority to confirm something that I said to you. I told you you're going to get a new truck. I told you you're going to get the job. And then you go to the cars. The cars are a lesser authority. You got the answer directly from the higher power, or we told you that you were going to get it. And you let somebody with a lesser authority than your higher power give you enough information. So to you, the people of this world have more bearing on you than your higher power. Like I feel like we're having this discussion over and over again. I've heard Shauna read you. I've heard you on readings with Don, and they're repeatedly telling you to stand in your power, to listen to your higher self, and you keep coming back asking the same thing. And what they want you to know is, are you going to listen to your higher power, or are you going to give more authority to the people in this world? You can't serve two masters. Who's your higher power? I've had people read me. They are actively reading me, and my God is saying, no, that's not true. They're not correct. That's not the correct information. Like literally in a reading, my God is telling me, no, I'm telling you what happened, and what they're saying is not true. You do not have to resonate with that. So what I want to know is, are you going to listen to your higher power, that inner gut feeling, or are you going to keep letting the people of this world overshadow your higher power and rule over your decisions? There's only one person. Nobody's higher than my higher power. If my higher power tells me no, then the answer is no, regardless of if 50 readers tell me yes, or whether it's 50 friends tell me yes. You have to decide where your higher power is in your life. So you're saying that your anxiety is higher than your higher power too. You're saying that your higher power can't relieve your anxiety. You can't go to your higher power and say, look, this is where I am in this ancient state. This is where I am having hard time communicating with you. Can you move me from this ancient state to another place? So you're saying that you're serving a God or a higher power that doesn't have the authority to move you to another level or to cure you, to make you feel better, or to give you the answers that you need. So what you're serving is a lesser power than the world. I never ever give more power to anything of this world. People will tell me, "Oh, I think somebody's doing such and such to you." No, they're not. And let me tell you why they're not doing it. Because my higher power tells me that I'm protected. My higher power tells me that nothing can hurt me, that they are watching over me. So you can tell me every single day that I'm cursed. You can tell me every single day that somebody's trying to do this, and that to me. I don't believe it because I know where my higher power stands. And my higher power is here, and everything else is below that. So you are going to give attention to the things that you think are have more authority for you. So if you think that everything that the word that your parents are saying are higher than your higher power, then that's where you're going to believe. That's where you keep having the confusion is because you want the people of the world who have no authority, who have no knowledge, who have no foresight on what your plans are and why they brought you to this world to dictate what you should do in life. There's nothing that should discourage you. If your higher power says you can, then you can. It doesn't matter if 500 people tell you that you can't. If your higher power tells you that you can, then you can. So your focus always needs to be on your higher power, even if it means just listening to like sometimes I used to go to sleep listening to rain, listening to drum beats, because that's what I needed that authority to be. That's what I needed that understanding to be. I remember having an argument with somebody in class when they said, your guides don't give you detail to that level. Your guides don't tell you things to that level. My guides do. Your guides don't. My guides give me details down to the time, the date, the eye color, the hair color, if that's what is necessary for that reading. So just because yours don't believe that mine don't. So they're saying this is the last time that we're going to keep telling you to listen to your higher power and stop submitting to lesser authorities and allowing them to cloud what we're telling you. How many times do we have to tell you that you're powerful, that you're capable, that you have the intuition, that we're communicating with you? How many times do we have to confirm to you that whatever it is that we're saying, we're moving you in that direction? How many times are you going to say that? How many times would you want your lover coming back to you saying, "Do you love me? I know you said it yesterday. Do you love me? Do you really love me?" At this point, your higher power is tired of having to reconfirm to you because you're letting other people come into your head. You're either going to believe me or you're not. You're either going to submit to me or not. When all this negativity comes in, you shut it out. You don't have to talk to those people. My mom doesn't believe in this at all. Do you think that I let her discourage me from doing readings because she is Holy Ghost filled and only believes in the blood of Jesus? No, I still do my readings. I just don't have that communication with her because she does not believe in it. And I know I've said this story many, many times. I know what I believe, and I'm an adult, and so that's where my communication lies. I don't have to have that. I don't have to have her believe in it because I do. So it may be discouraging that she doesn't believe in it, but it doesn't diminish my power. It doesn't diminish my ability. It doesn't diminish the quality of what my higher power is telling me. So you decide what master you're going to serve. If you want to be a flight attendant, then you could do it. But they're showing me all the opportunities and avenues that are open up for you. You just have to decide that that's the road that you want to take and stop allowing other people to kill your joy or break your spirit or take your opportunities away. It's like this is your higher power giving you these opportunities, and somebody says something negative and you let them take that opportunity away. And so then they take another opportunity away. And so then you're left with starting over again. Well, now I'm confused because I don't know what to do. I thought they gave me these two opportunities. They did. And you let somebody else's beliefs or thoughts take them away. So what power are you going to serve? You can separate yourself from it. You don't have to stay in it. You says, I do know how to be quiet. I don't know how to quiet the noise because I'm around it. You just remove yourself from it. When I'm in a chaotic situation, if I don't want to be around it, I don't want to be around it. I have coworkers at work that are gossiping. Yeah, I have to go to work, but I don't have to be in your huddle of gossip. I just remove myself from it. Or you put your protective bubble on. How many times have me and Don and Shauna and everybody else talked about putting your protective bubble on? You can get soon as you, even if it's at home. I'm about to go home. They about to be arguing. They about to be fussing. They about to be whatever. Let me go ahead and put that protective bubble over me so that when I come in, I don't hear nothing. I go in my room. I put my headphones on. I don't hear nothing. You decide. What you're giving me is excuses on why you can't do it, and I'm giving you solutions on how to do it. Put your protective bubble on. Put your bracelets on that have the power to repel things. Get you some black obsidian. Get you some tiger's eye. Get you some amethyst that gives you clarity. Do you have any of those crystals? I know we've spoken about them over and over and over again. Shauna has the 1111 intention crystal candles. Did you buy one of those and set your intention for clarity or for whatever it is you want? There's all so many things that you can have that will give you what you want, or you can make excuses for why you can't get to them. It's all about how you want to move forward. It's a co-creation. Your higher power is here. You can just say, can you block out all the noise? Can you remove all the people from me that I don't need? When the full moon comes, why don't you set your intention to remove all the people that no longer serve me? But the problem is when they start removing those people, you want to draw them back in. Oh, my relationship with my dad isn't what they want to be. Maybe I'm separating you from him for a while so that you can get your footing and get your understanding. But you're like, oh no, we're supposed to be a family. I need to talk to them every day, every single, and make sure my relationship is right. No, you don't. Sometimes you need the separation until you can get your head clear, and then you can come back in your own strength and power and say, you know what, that's just not what I believe, and we don't have to agree. We can disagree on that and keep on moving forward. So you ask them to remove all the people that no longer serve you or that are causing you confusion, and let them go. Don't keep trying to hold on to them. Let them go. Stop asking for readings on people who don't want to be in your life, who don't want to listen to you, who don't want to communicate with you, who don't want to help you to move forward. Stop asking to rebuild those relationships. Let them go. And then you can move forward in your own power and ability. So that's what I have for you. That's all I got in this scenario, and I hope that works out. But I also believe that the flight attendant thing is a good option for you. You just have to move forward with it. And again, you get away. Like if you get the flight attendant job, you can be going all the time. If you live with your family and they're causing you the chaos, you get the flight attendant job, you're going all the time. You can take flights to wherever you want, whenever you want, as many times as you want, stay in whatever hotel you want. And that's how you get your separation. You have to be creative in how you get the separation that you want. So that's what I got for you. Oh, and one last thing. I remember Levita telling us we could take like a crystal and set it in a corner and put the negative people in that crystal. Like, oh, this is a waiting room with I take my little crystal and I say, oh, this is the waiting room for people that are not serving me any longer. This person is causing me confusion. I'm gonna go ahead and put that person in this little room and just set them in there and let them sit in there. And you don't have to do anything. Just set them in there and get them out of your life. Oh, this person is causing me confusion. Let me set them in there. That was the most powerful thing Levita said to me. And I thought, oh, I could just take a crystal and put somebody in that crystal and get them off of my back and I don't have to deal with them no more. Try that. If you have crystals, just be like, oh, okay, this person's causing me confusion. Let me put them in this crystal and get them off my back. So
And
there you go.
since Scenario talked about her dog, I'll plug mine. This is my little baby, my little baby. If it there you go.
She's so cute. She's so cute.
Her name is Ghost. So we adopted her on Sunday I think it was. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So she's a female husky, 12 weeks old, and she was with Puppy Love. It's a puppy rescue, and I fell in love with her. I said no more dogs, period, and I broke my rule. She broke my heart, and she's like she stole it. So, and she's ornery, but she's good. I love her. So. Next is what we had Trotter first, right? Wasn't it Trotter first, or what
Mhm.
happened there?
I like Kelly Dick. She said it's like putting them in the Beetlejuice waiting room. You know, Beetlejuice is one of my favorite movies, Don. I love it. Don gave me a Beetlejuice shirt. I love it to death. I don't even wear it that much because I don't want it to fade too much. I love it. And I cannot wait for Beetlejuice 2. It's coming.
Hmm.
All right, Miss Gladys, do you see?
Gladys, I felt really good energy when I read this. I think that yes, it's your turn, and yes, it'll happen. However, Gladys, don't be so desperate. Don't be thirsty. Don't be thirsty because it's not pretty. Just go out there, enjoy life, and let this situation arise on its own. Do not be desperate. Do not be trying to make it happen. And again, this will find its way to you. This is not meant for you to. Again, the person is there, and the situation will arise where you come together to meet each other. But I don't see a dating situation. I don't see an online dating situation. None of those things. That's not how this is going to happen. This is going to happen by a circumstance where you're brought together and you meet and then you talk and all of a sudden something happens, and this is going to be good for you. This will. I can't say this is Mr. Right, but it could be Mr. Right now. That's for sure. That's about all I
Well,
got.
I'm not really getting anything on that. The only card that I got was the King of Cups, so I feel like that's you. That's that cup of love coming in from a emotionally stable guy. So I'm gonna go with what Don said. I feel like it's
Mhm.
gonna be an emotionally stable guy who's
Yep.
not going to use you or try to dump all of his emotional baggage on you and
Yep.
bring you down. So
And
again, be mindful and not desperate.
Yeah, and it's going to be April or May time frame. By the way, I don't see it not at the beginning of the year. April or May is somewhere around that time frame, before summer, but not in the beginning, but before summer. Next,
Okay. All right, Auntie April. Um, That's funny that you say that because when I see that Auntie April, they show me somebody sledding down a hill and the sled is going this way and this way and this way and this way. And so it's like there's a path A and there's a path B and you're doing like this. You're going back and forth between should I go this way, should I go that way, should I go this way, should I go this way? And you're hoping that when you crash at the bottom, whichever one it takes you to, that's the one that you'll pick. And so what I am hearing them say, what do you love to do? Of the two, if you had to wake up every single morning and do that, well, which one would you love to do? Which one will bring you more joy financially, emotionally, time wise? Which will give you a better balance and quality of life? Which one will give you a better financial future? So all of those things are the things you're weighing. They're saying if you could wake up tomorrow, if I could wave this magic wand and give you one of those jobs, which one would it be? You don't get no chance to you don't get no chance to think about. Just boom, which one would you like to do? I know what I want to do. I want to do this every single day. I want to do it on stage and I want to do it with an audience and I want to do it in a comical way, but I also want it to be in a healing way. There's other things that I want to do too, but that's the main thing that I want to do every single day because I love this. I love doing readings. And somebody else was like, I can tell that you love doing it. I can see the passion in it. I love doing this. So what is it that every single day you could do? One of the things I remember from watching that movie with Whoopi Goldberg, where she's the singer lady. Kina, what is it? Shoot, she's the teacher. She's the nun. Um, uh,
Sister Act.
Sister Act. In Sister Act, she told the one girl, if you want to be, she says, if you want to be, she says, if you wake up every single morning and all you can think about is writing, then be a writer. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you can think about every single day is being a writer. So out of the choices that you have, which one brings you much joy? Like you seem like you want somebody else to decide. So if it doesn't work out, you could be like, well, this is where fate took me. That's kind of how it worked out for me with moving to Arizona. I had three different options of states that I wanted to move in. I just knew I wanted to come to this side of the coast. I was from Michigan. I knew I wanted to come to the coast. So I applied for jobs in Texas. I applied for jobs in Nevada, and I applied for jobs in Arizona. I got three job offers in Arizona before, and I didn't get any other offers anyway. So I let fate decide it that way, and I moved forward with it. I didn't question. I just went ahead with it, and it was the best opportunity that I could have ever had. It was the best decision that I could have had. And so you can either let fate do it that way, just start applying to the states or the opportunities that you want, and then whichever one comes up that you like, that's the one you take, or the one that comes up first, that's the one you take, Or you can decide, what is it that I like? Because it took me a long time to get to the place of the things that I like. I had a lot of jobs in between the time that I moved here in the last 15 years that I did not like. And now I'm getting to a place where I like both of the jobs that I do, plus this, plus all the other stuff that I do. So what is it that you most definitely like and want to do? So that's the best advice I have for you regarding trying to figure out your career path.
I'm getting not a zilch, no energy. Sorry, I'm not picking anything up that would help to get me even going. I just feel like, yeah, no, I just,
She doesn't want to make the decision. They're showing me the two of swords, which is a stalemate. It's like these are the opportunities before you, and you're covering your eyes so you don't have to decide. If you really don't want to make the choice and you're really that confused, put the opportunities in a hat, put them on a piece of paper, fold up a piece of paper, put them in a hat, shake it up, pull one out, and whichever one comes out, that's what you take.
you know, Auntie April, I did see where you said, I was just reading back through some of the messages because I missed them about the spiritual business. I don't feel you have a passion for that. I think you have a fascination with it, but I don't think you have a passion. And if you're going to start your own business, if you don't have a passion for something, don't go there. You have, if you're going to start your own business, you have got to be passionate because your business will be your life for the next year or two until you really get it going. And so you're going to be eating, sleeping, and drinking that job. You're going to be every minute of every day with that job. So again, I would strongly suggest that if I'm sensing what I'm sensing, and that is you don't have a passion for it, you just think it'd be kind of interesting, then don't do this. Don't go there because that will lead you to failure and frustration. And if you're looking for success, then you need to find something that again you are passionate about if you're going to own your business. Because again, when you are a business owner, you live your business 365 for the first 2 or 3 years to get it to a point where it can sustain on its own. And believe me, it'll wear you out, drive you down, and make you wish you had never done it. And that's why you have to love it, because the love and the passion for it will save your ass when you're frustrated and saying, what did I do?
And the money isn't coming in the way you want it to come in. Like I said,
Exactly.
I love doing this every single day. So in addition to my other two corporate jobs, I do this until it makes the money that I want it to make. If I don't have the passion for it, then I'm not going to make the money for it.
Mhm.
There's a lot of expenses that come in for this, like paying for Restream, buying new cards, paying for online subscriptions to Zoom and to other things. There's a lot of stuff that you have to pay for in order to get this business moving. And if the money isn't coming in the way you want to, or you put all your eggs in that basket of a spiritual business, then it doesn't move forward, you're going to be discouraged. Or if it's in addition to your other job, do you have the passion to do it? Because again, I work Monday through Friday at my one job. I work Thursday through Sunday at my second job, and then we do all this metaphysical stuff. Tuesday night is class. Wednesday night we're live. Sunday I'm live, and then sometimes Monday nights there's class too. So are you dedicated and you enjoy it to that level that you're ready to put in that level of dedication in addition to everything else that you're doing? So that's all I have for you. But again, I don't get the feeling that she wants to do the spiritual thing to that level either, or to that level of dedication. Because once people start irritating you, if you don't love it, you're gonna be like, to hell with it.
Oh yeah, cut and run quick. Run to the door, I assure you. And while you're at it, run to the buttons and hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow button, people. That's an oldie but goodie.
The birthday's done.
Say what?
Did you do the birthday?
Oh no, we can do that right now. If your birthday was last week, this week, or next week, or anytime soon, this one's for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. There you go. There you
Okay.
go.
Seeing that lady's teeth fall out, I don't know why. That's just ridiculously funny to
Isn't
me.
it? And she's enjoying it too. She laughs at herself. I love that about it is when it happens, she laughs as much as everybody else does. So she's not like,
Like she's not a fuddy duddy.
Exactly. She knows
Oh,
when she can make it
I don't
funny.
know why this came up to me. Maybe it's because we're talking about the. Did you see that Trump's sister passed away today?
I did yesterday. Yesterday,
Or
yeah,
yesterday? She was like 85 or something like that.
86, and she was a
Oh,
judge. She was actually a judge. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, she was the bright one.
I was gonna say there. Like, I'm done. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was like, there were smart people in this family. That is so mean to say. Lord help the child.
Yes, no, and yeah, she is. Yeah, she was a judge. She was a judge, and
I did
she was
not know
considered very,
that.
very, very a very good judge. Yeah, very, very straight down the thing judge.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe she should have ran for president.
yeah, maybe so.
Right, Tina, exactly.
Yep, yep. We lose the
Kelly,
good
don't
ones.
laugh at us. Yes, you do. Laugh at us.
Exactly. We lose the good ones and we keep the rotten oranges, if you know what I'm saying.
Exactly. Rotten apples just keep on making it horrible for everybody. Lord help the child.
Oh
Okay, Libby.
Lord, gonna get me in
Oh,
trouble.
I
You
got
know,
you
get me
every
down
time I
that
see
road.
Libby, I think of our Libby and uh, what my spiritual gifts are developing.
Libby, if you have spiritual gifts, which it sounds like you know you do, then then why aren't you using them and connecting to your own spirit guides and your own gatekeeper and your own higher power? You know these answers. You know your answers. I mean, I don't understand. I guess I don't understand the question because again, I don't have to go to anybody else to figure out where I'm weak and where I'm strong and what's happening. I don't have to go, and nobody else. Even when I was a baby and new at this, I didn't have to because I knew I know the answers. I knew the answers. I knew what I needed to do to develop one area. I knew if one area was overdriving another, what I would need to do. So I guess
It,
I'm concerned about the question itself.
it seems like she's asking us to be like, oh, can you tell me if I have the ability to see, if I have the ability to hear? Well, you would know that you would be able to hear spirit in your head. Like that's how I knew. Like I've been having visions since I was 5. I didn't know what they were, but I know that I knew that I was having visions. So that's how I know I can see. I've been having an imaginary friend or having conversations with God since I was a child. So I know that I can hear. I know I can communicate with my higher power. Don just knows when things come in. He just knows. He doesn't ask how I know where the information comes. I just know. So that's a knowing. Do you smell things that other people don't see? That's something that you could that you may have. Do you taste things? Do you feel emotions? The card that fell out was the Knight of Cups. Was it the Knight of Cups or the King of Cups? It was a Cups card. And so for me, they told me to ask you, do you feel empathic? Like, do you feel other emotions, or are you able to tell? Oh, I think this person is having a down day. Let me go ahead and buy them like a cupcake, or let me offer them a coffee. Like, I feel like you're very empathic, but you don't know how to develop that. You can come to class and that'll be a better indication of how to use them than asking us what they are. Like I would prefer you to come to our Tuesday night class, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, private link. You would just go to Don's may I ask where my career is going in finances instead? That was confusing. Well, no, it's not. We're just saying, like, if you come to Tuesday night class, then you can do some of the exercises and you can see what your abilities are. Like, you can understand, oh, I can see, I can hear, I can feel. I just feel like you're not practicing what it is. And so you're saying, oh, where are they developing to? Only you would know what they're developing to. How do I know that my skills are developing? I can see them progressing in my head. So you're wanting me to go to your guides and say, hey, can you tell me what it is that Libby knows how to do? And they're saying is she knows what it is. She can feel, she can see, she can hear, she can taste, she can touch. It's just basically your 5 senses. Which ones are you using to receive information? If you walk in a room and it feels a little bit off and you're like, it's a little tense in here. How did you know it was tense in here? Did you get a feeling like did you get anxious? Did your body tense up? Did you feel anxious? Did you look around and see on everybody's face that there was a look of confusion? Did you hear something and be like, it's tense in here? Like, how did you understand that everybody in the room was tense, or that there was something going on that you didn't know about when you were in there? So that's what they're saying. How do you receive information? That's all they want to know. And so just come to the Tuesday night class and we can help you in that way. Regarding your career and finances, um, I'll have to try to tap into that. I see money going down the drain. Literally, they're showing me like dollars going down the drain. So you're losing money. I feel like more money's being, and they're not making it seem like it's being spent on like necessary things, rent. Like it could be being spent on bills, but they're making it seem like it's going down a drain. You're kind of a little bit wasteful, like maybe 3 or 4 Starbucks a week. And I'm not saying that these are the things that you're doing, but you're spending a little bit more than you're bringing in, and you're not being mindful of where it's being spent. And if you would just kind of look at your research, be like, okay, I bought 3 Starbucks this week. I went out to eat 3 times this week. I bought groceries, but I also did blah blah blah. You can see where your money's going down the drain at, because that's how they're showing me that your finances are going down the drain, and you need to get a little, and like they're saying, you need to pull the stopper and stop the money from going down the drain. But then they show me your eyes. You need to see that you need to put a stopper on it, and you need to see, because they're saying that they're showing me that you have more than enough, or you at least have enough to make your ends meet, or you have enough to put yourself in a better financial situation. You're just not mindful of where all of your money is going, and you need to be a little bit more aware of where things are going. They're showing me, and not necessarily frivolous things, but you're spending a lot more on your wants than your needs, or you're spending in addition. You're spending too much on your wants when you could cut back on your wants. Your needs you have to pay for, but your wants you may need to cut back a little bit more on, until you get your finances in order. But that's what I got for her finances.
May I ask where my career is going and finances instead? That was confusing.
The class is on Zoom, Libby. The email address that Don just put up, you email and say, I want to attend class. And then on Tuesdays, Don sends out a private link. It's a private link, invitation only. And you're admitted to the class. We don't record anything. And we just kind of, everything that we do stays in the classroom or whatever. And we practice, and we just help each other to expand on our abilities.
Libby, I'm going to go back just so again, looping back to where I started. Again, you have to have if you are looking at doing anything and you don't have the passion for it, you are not going to maximize your benefit from it. And so when you ask about your career going, your finances, and however you want to put it, you can rephrase it, whatever. But if you don't have a passion for it, do not be surprised if it is not productive as you had hoped it would be. So when you go looking for something else, if you go looking for something else, make sure that you're chasing something you have passion for, because be wanting the money that it could generate is not enough. Wanting the notoriety could bring you is not enough. Wanting whatever is not enough. If you don't have the passion, you will not sustain yourself long enough to get over the build up, the ramp up to be a successful business person in whatever field you choose. And that's where I'm going to leave it at that. Again, remember, follow the passion. The rest will fall into place. I truly believe it, and that's kind of what I'm getting for you. So there you.
That makes so much sense, Don. I got the judgment card, and I can't show it to you because all these people are naked, and But that's you not answering to your calling. This is your archangel Gabriel calling you, blowing the trumpet for you to come, and you're not leaning into your passion. Just like Don said, if you don't lean into your passion, you're not going to get it. This is the Queen of Wands. She's capable of taking care of the household. She's capable of taking care of her career, her family, her finances, everything. So you have this ability, but you're not answering to your true calling. So until you find your passion, or until you answer to your passion, I think you know what it is. You're just not answering into it. Until you do, you're not going to find the success that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
So that's
I
that's
believe
what
it
I'm getting.
100%.
Yep. All right, Keena, who's next? Come on, Keena, because we know you're gonna be leaving in 20 minutes. We gotta get these done. There's about All right, let me pull some cards on your love life. You made me drop all the cards. There you go. Then now I got to get a new deck because I can't reach those cards. So let me get a new deck. Listen, private chat. If y'all knew what Keena be saying in the private chat, she probably did though. Natalie said we probably saw something of a spirit that made us laugh. No, Keena behind the scenes. Private chat. We used to talk about the private chat all the time. Um, Lord have mercy. Don, if you have anything, I don't know. I'm gonna have to for real go for the cards because I'm just. You know how much I love a love reading.
Too true, Keena, too true. True, true.
So for your love, who is it? Butterfly.
Yeah.
The cards just laying on the floor. The one card that I did get was the Empress energy. And that for me, Empress is meaning you're in your sexuality. You're feeling good. You're attracted to other people. So people are attracted to you and thinking that you're desirable. Um, I literally heard the word Kevin may not be the exact. You know what? I'm just gonna go to the pendulum. That's easy, easy peasy. Um, um, I don't even know what question. Look, Lord, love is just out of control for me today. Um, what I don't think that he's the one. I don't think that he's the forever one. He's just maybe something for. He's here for a good time, not a long time. How about that? He is here for a. Let's have a rendezvous or two. But I'm not here to build an encampment and have a long time ceremony with you. So again, you are desirable to others. You're feeling good about yourself. You think that you're attractive, so other people think that you're attractive. You're attracting people, so now you just have to set the intention to attract people who are on the same page or are going to give you a reciprocal love. So that's my thing that I say now. I want a reciprocal love. I don't just want to fall in love. I don't just want to, find a wham bam, thank you, man. You need to find a reciprocal love. And so I don't get that he's your forever. I do get that you're attractive and that you are what people are looking for because you have that mindset that you're attractive. But I just don't see that he's your forever. So enjoy the time that you have with him. I see that he may take you through the end of the year, but in January, I see scissors, so it's for me that's cutting the cord or cutting it off or it being done, and you just don't think of it as a negative of a negative situation, just a lesson learned or opportunity that you have with love, or to give you whatever it is that you're desiring or needing now, and then just kind of shape your intentions. This is the new moon. Shape your intentions for what kind of love you want moving forward. Is this a person that is really fulfilling your desires? Like, tall, short, funny, athletic, business focused, family focused, marriage focused. Is he filling all of those boxes? Or is he just somebody who contacted you and you just said, okay, well, why not? The last time I said, okay, well, why not? It took me 3 months to tell him I didn't like him because he was short, because he wasn't tall like I wanted, and I should have stuck with my guns and not dated somebody that was short. And so it took me 3 months to tell him that I didn't like him. So is this a person that is checking all your boxes? That's what you need to be. And do you even know what your boxes are there to be checked? That's the thing that you need to know. Do I have boxes and is he checking them? So there you go.
A long time ago, I gave up boxes. So I don't even, I don't go there. So good luck with you, butterflies. Butterflies again. I think the same way. I don't think he may be Mr. Right now, but he's not Mr. Right. So good luck with
But
that.
I feel like you kind of got that when you ask. Like usually when you come here and ask, you already have intuition. Lean into that gut feeling. It's there
Yep.
for a reason. If you're having apprehension, you know you can ask your guides. You can be like, why am I feeling this way? Explain to me. Give me some confirmation as to why am I feeling this way. Show me that this is the reason that why I'm having this apprehension, or cure me of this apprehension. Like, am I having it because I just had a bad experience in love and I'm just jaded? Or is it because there is some true red flags? Don't make the red flags pink. A lot of times we'll see something. Oh, he's overly aggressive. Oh, he's disrespectful of my time. He's always texting me at 11 o'clock at night, asking me what I'm doing. Those are red flags. And then we turn them pink by saying, "Oh, well, it's okay. I can just tell him I'm sleeping," and blah blah blah. And then it keeps escalating. And now he's calling you at 12 o'clock, or he's trying to come over late at night because you didn't shut it down when he was texting you at 11 o'clock. So you decide, don't turn your red flags pink. So that's what I got.
Next.
All right, who's next? We didn't do this first. All right, King. Come in, Lord. Let me find another deck of cards because all of those cards are on the floor too. Lord of the child. All right, let's see.
Crystal, laugh a little more. Laugh a little more. Spend a little less, and make the changes that you need to make. And when you do that, your life is going to get much better. But you sitting and waiting for it to happen is not going to make it happen. So you've got to take the steps to do it. It's on you. So whatever you feel you need to make a change about, you need to do it. And it's very fluid at this point, so you can easily do it. Okay, and you have to have faith that it's going to work out. So don't expect it. Don't poo-poo it. Just make the change and set it to motion. And again, it's a new way of thinking, a new way of doing it. Okay, and ultimately, it'll feed to your higher power and your happiness. That's what I'm getting for you. Again, step up, step up, step up.
That makes sense, Don, because they're telling me to tell her to, and this is the word they use, shut up. Like it's like there's a whole group of people and you stand up and you're yelling and screaming, you're having a conflict with somebody, and I can hear spirits saying really loudly, shut up. Just sit and allow them to talk. You don't have to argue back and forth with them. Let it go. You don't have to prove your point. You don't have to make these people believe what you believe. You can just sit there and be mindful of your beliefs and move on. And so what I got was they're trying to take you from the chaos to the calm. You're in a chaotic situation, or you're allowing yourself to be put in drama filled situations. And they're saying, you don't have to. Just sit back and observe. You don't have to argue. You don't have to fuss. You don't have to fight. Move yourself to these calmer waters and let it go. And then what do I get? The Queen of Cups, more water, moving you to a calmer space, a more controlled emotional space. Because I feel like when you're really passionate about something with people, your mouth can be a little bit of a sailor. Like you can let it rip. You can tear somebody a new one. And what they're saying is just sit back. You don't always have to win the argument. You don't always have to yell and cuss and fuss. Get on that new mindset and just move back. I remember the Cosby Show when Eldon used to, or Aid, whatever his name was, used to always get into an argument with the wife. And what was his advice to him? Just step back. When you're about to argue and she's fussing, just step back. Be quiet and step back and let her do whatever it is that she's gonna do. You don't have to argue, you don't have to fuss, you don't have to fight, and just let it go. Move forward. You don't have to control every situation. You can control your response to it. You can remove yourself from the situation, take on that new mindset. This ain't my drama. This is not the hill that I want to die on, and move forward. So that's what I got for you, Miss Crystal. I hope that helps you out. So Cheryl Ann, are you still here? And I swear to God, if it's a love reading, I'm just leaving. Exactly. You are in a chaotic situation. And literally, your guides were like, be quiet and just remove yourself from the situation. And actually, we just told somebody to put that protective armor on. You can do the same thing. You're going to be put into that chaotic environment. Imagine that little clear gold ball that we tell you about all the time and just stretch that over your whole body. Listen, I used to have to do it every single time until I learned how to just mentally do it. I would imagine that little clear ball and I would just stretch it over my head. I would pull it all the way down to my feet and then I would stretch it out over my whole body. And you block out everything that doesn't belong in there, all the negativity, all the chaos, all the arguing. And the only thing that's inside my bubble is my higher power, positivity, and me trusting that they are protecting me. So you put that protective bubble over you and you allow it to just carry you through your day. Didn't we do Brittany Kittle? Or we did Brianna? Didn't we do one of them? Oh, some other. Okay. And then that'll help you out. And also, again, we say it all the time, get a bracelet, black obsidian. That is my one thing. It'll repel so much negativity. People start falling out your life. You don't know what's going on. You be like, I ain't talked to sister such and such in so long. Sister such and such obviously was a source of drama and negativity. So this bracelet you got on is repelling her away. All right. So Cheryl and oh, we can't hear you now. No. We see the mic, but we can't hear you. I'm like, what is Don saying? Am I talking over him?
My mic is dying. Sorry, my battery's dying.
Uh-oh, we're gonna hurry up. This is our last one.
So I have no comment.
Okay, so Miss Cheryl Ann, you would like some guidance. Some guidance on what? Like just in general? I'm like, that's what I'll give you. Usually when somebody says I want guidance, they have a specific thing in mind. Like I want career guidance or love guidance or family guidance. But I'll just do it general for you. What is for Cheryl Ann's highest and greatest good? They're telling me to go ahead and take those. I wasn't going to take them because it was three cards in a row, but they're telling me to take it. Oh, I like these. So the first card that came up is transition. Are you going through? So for transition, this is a death card, not meaning that somebody's going to die, but in the death card is transformation, like you're going through a spiritual transformation or or spiritual awakening or something that is changing for you spiritually. So are you starting to question like your belief systems or the things that you grew up learning or the things that you grew up as a child or just trying to want to explore things? So I feel like you're going through that kind of spiritual awakening or a spiritual transformation where you're wanting to know different things or you're wanting to explore different options, like maybe tarot is new for you, maybe psychic readings are new for you, and you're questioning whether you should go along this road or if you should stay with your traditional. The one thing I've told people over the last couple of months is one doesn't diminish the other. Studying Muslim is studying Islam or Muslim or any of those kind of faiths does not diminish being a Baptist or a Catholic. It's just more information that you learn, and you'll find more similarities than you'll find differences among the two. So studying Buddhism doesn't diminish, being doesn't diminish being Baptist or anything like that. They enhance it. So that's one thing spirituality did for me is help me to explore and expand the things that I learned. So I feel like this transformation that you're going through is a mind, body, spirit thing, but it's mostly the spirit. If you can get your spirit in there and you can allow your higher power to talk to you and communicate to you in more than one way or in all the ways that they're trying to reach you, you will be able to advance forward in your spiritual journey and not your religious journey. Your religious journey may stop you, but your spiritual journal will expand to you and allow you to communicate more one-on-one and to receive the clarity that you need. The second thing I got was the star card. For me, the star card, oh, she's naked. Lord, these little cards. The star card is that that's that hoping, that wishing, like that's that ability to look out there and be like, I kind of wish and hope. That's you getting out there and hoping that things get better, or wishing upon a star, or setting your intentions out there. So you're going through this spiritual transformation. Now get your intentions out there so that your spiritual or your guides can help you to reach those things that you're hoping and wishing for. Set your intentions. This is the new moon that was just on the 13th. You can go ahead and set your intentions for the things that you want to come to fruition by the full moon or by the end of the year. So go ahead and set your desires forward. That guidance that you need is on being open to the awakening that you're going through, and not trying to discredit it. There's a lady online named Christine Lopes, Lopes. She's in my, if you're on my YouTube, she's in my list, and she explains all the different stages of awakening, like how all the things that you should experience. It's a very good video. If you go in there to her page, you can find it, and it'll help you to understand what stage you are in your awakening or in your spiritual exploration right now. The other thing I got was the Ten of Pentacles. So if you're setting your hopes and wishes and dreaming, the outcome is going to be good. This is abundance. This is good things coming in for you. This is that 10. This is that. This is your blessings. I like Pentacles because it's blessings. It's earthly things. It's you seeing confirmation of things that you're asking for. So I asked for this. My intention was this, and then here's the fruition of it, me having it. So they're saying you can set some goals that you want by the end of 2023 and see them come to fruition by the end of the year. You just have to set the intention for what you want and lean into that gut feeling, lean into that intuition, and stop doubting it. Just go ahead and move forward on it, and just continue to explore and not be afraid that it's going to lead you down the wrong path. So that's what I got for you.
So that means we are done. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, good, good, good. We are done, and I'm still very much saving the battery. So if it doesn't cut off before I'm out of here, if it does, you'll know why I'm silent again, but my mouth is moving. So, well, it was good readings tonight. Good. Thanks, folks, for popping in and giving us the energy to be able to feed good readings. Thank you, Angie, for popping in. Thank you, Kina, by the way, for popping in and running the show, which was nice. So and again, we'll be back on. I'll be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And Angie, you come back on Sunday, or what's up?
I'll be back Sunday with Sherry Berry.
All
Yes,
right, all right. And that time is about what time, Angie?
3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Nice, nice. Okay, very good. Oh, that's right. I just said mountain. I said Central, but it's Mountain Time now we're on. Lord have mercy. 7 a.m. Mountain Time.
And if you're subscribed, you don't have to worry about the time zone. You'll get the alerts anyway. So just go ahead and subscribe to all of us. And then you won't have to keep giving you time, because obviously we don't know. Listen, I'm not Father Time. I'm a psychic. I just can't keep up with the time.
I hear you. I hear you. With that said, everybody, thanks again so much. We appreciate it. And yes, Linda, open up a restaurant. That would be wonderful. You'd be a great restaurant owner. You'd be the draw, because people come in to talk all the time, and then they'll be ordering food as well, which is also a good thing.
And Linda be giving readings and everything. That woman that you with, I don't think you should have brought her to dinner. I think you need to go back to such and such. Miss Linda, I just love talking to you. I just love when you're around. And I just love having you in the chat. You always give wide-eyed optimism and keep all these people right on track, because you have so much experience and they don't know how much you know, and you really give it to them the way they needed to get it. Like Patti LaBelle, you know.
Exactly. With that said, we're out of here again. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate it so very much. Let me see if I have a thing to get us out of here. I think we do. Yep, there we go. Then we'll see y'all later. Adios.